Someone give me a mic check, see if the mic levels are working.
Check,
Mic check. Mic check.
Sexy.
Thanks.
That voice, though. All right. As the stream is going here, last we left off, making your way to the top of Mirladar, skydiving in at the behest of a raging white dragon about to blast the shit out of you, free falling hundreds, maybe thousands of feet down. Looking above you, a big blast of ice breath nearly clipping you all as your half-orc? Your half-orc colleague pulls out a scroll, difficult to hold on to and slightly tearing at the edges because of the air pressure swinging all around. Chance, a mighty chance, that basically casts Featherfall on you all as you land into town. You are met with a small military-like force holding you at sword point, interrogating you, asking you questions, eventually making your way to the presence of Thrain Buffooned, as we all know is the son of the king. He compromises with you as you express your concerns and what your desires are, and you let him know about Beaton and how they've been kind of overrun, and you've been kind of traveling. You came here for help and to try to dispatch some services. The unfortunate news is they're currently under siege by two full-on forces of undead, thematically speaking, that is. He negotiates with you and says you do something for him and I'll do something for you. He sends you into the Mirladar mines, known for its high metals, high valuable metals, gold, silvers, and ore, as their main export would fall under this category. Left turns, right turns, a drow ambush. Eventually one drow gets away from you guys and you've chosen to kind of pursue. Left turn, right turn here, long hallway, weird kind of covered walls and floor. You squish on through and you kind of come up to this 100-foot, not sheer cliff, but a scalable rock wall that seems to go straight up. Led by Kane, who makes his way up, and if I remember correctly, goes up with some fucking relative ease. I think you rolled something pretty wicked on that, and you just kind of haul ass up this wall. You get to the top, and you look in to see what appears to be a group of dark-skinned elf-like individuals. Kane, you seem to have a degree of for lack of a better term, a jump on them. As you peer into the cave and see, by your count, 5, as they seem to be all chilling in some sort of a meditative state, i.e. sleeping. And it's at that point that we left off our last session. And it's at that point we are going to absolutely start. So before we get to, and mute that fucking thing, before we get to the people downstairs, Kane, it'd be a tragedy if I was to not start with you tonight as you look into this kind of cave-like structure and see these 5 individual drows, or dark elves, in a meditative state. It appears to be gathering their strength or something.
Kane looks at the group of 5 sleeping, assumingly, drow. And while he does have the jump on them, any wrong move, he knows that he's pretty much dead. So I'm assuming I have a whole bunch of rope with me. I know I at least got 50 foot of rope.
I mean, you did have the option to resupply at the armory there, so you're more than welcome to. I would assume you'd grab a rope, so I'm willing to bend that much for you. Absolutely.
Uh, do I notice anywhere I can secure a rope up here?
I mean, it's weird, right? So you remember before you came into this longer kind of semi-winding, 10-foot wide corridor or cave-like thing. It's not as chiseled, it's not as cut out. Like the previous caves were. The previous caves, you can tell they were, someone took some time to shape out the stone. The stone in this quadrant is definitely not chiseled. It seems to have been helped with, but it's not fully. It's more a natural formation. So yes, there would be jagged outcroppings. There would be lips in the terrain here and there. So yeah, there would be a decent amount of anchor points.
Kane will secure a rope and toss it down to the rest of his group.
So okay, so you get up, you pause as soon as you see these drows, you take a knee, open up your bag, and search for your rope. You slink on back. Do me a favor, give me a stealth with advantage, please. As they are all in a meditative state right now. And you know what? Let me give them a disadvantage perception while we're at it. Okay.
18.
All right. You make your way to the edge and you look down. As you look down, you see all of your team members looking up at you. And for the record, I'm going to say you tie your rope to an anchor on that side of the wall next to the exit.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking too. Mm.
So, everyone, you guys look up. Granted, be it 100 feet high and in a pitch black kind of a setting, those that have dark vision beyond 100 feet, you're more than welcome to look up. And if you do have that ability, you would see Kane kind of looking down at you guys, kind of fiddling with a rope. It looks like he's about to toss a 50-foot rope down.
If for those that can see Kane, you see he after he tosses down the ropes, he puts his finger over his lip, like "Be quiet."
I don't know if any of us can see that far, can we?
I believe the only one that could come close is you, Raph. Asher.
I only have 60 feet of dark vision.
Oh no!
What you would see with 60 feet, because
no dark vision.
What you would see with a 60-foot dark vision would be this. So you would see like 10 to 15 feet of rope at the tail end of your range, right? Just kind of flip down and kind of bank against the side of this wall, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. In a couple levels, I'll have 300 feet of dark vision, but not yet.
Yeah.
I'll whisper to the group then that Kane threw down a rope, but that it's only about less than halfway down.
I believe I have a rope.
I have one as well.
Let me take a look.
I have a rope as well.
Does anybody have climbing speed or any good way of climbing?
I'm pretty dexterous.
I do not have any rope.
I have 10 feet of metal chain link.
I have 50 foot of hempen rope.
Okay.
Um,
How did Kane get up there?
He
climbed up
scaled
there.
that shit like a boss.
Okay,
He has a strength potion selected, aka.
Actually, no. I have expertise in athletics.
And I believe you rolled a nat 20 on that climb too, if I remember correctly.
I did.
I can climb up there and tie my rope onto his, and that should make it a little bit easier for everybody else if y'all want me to. Or does someone else want to climb up and tie it?
Frog, I have a question.
I have
I
answers.
can't even see the rope.
How much would you be willing to bend the laws of physics?
I always play the rule of cool, so you try to convince me it's worth bending, and I'll be more than happy to bend.
So, what I'm proposing is that we do the cartoon thing where we tie a rope to an arrow and shoot it, and attempt to use that as a sturdy climbing point.
So, there's actually a YouTube video of a person actually doing that, and it does work, but not at 100 feet vertical incline.
Well, 50 feet then, because
Yeah,
we're trying to get
50
to the
feet,
we're
but-
trying to get to the other rope.
Correct, and 50 feet would be fine if it wasn't a solid rock that you're shooting into.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood.
If it was a tree, yes.
I would be willing to bend if it was a structure like that. It would also have to be a significantly stronger arrow, like maybe an iron arrow or a thick wooden arrow. But yeah, I'm willing to work with it. But in this case here, no. So I don't want to waste time. But yeah, for this
Fair
situation here, yeah, no, sorry, it's a solid rock.
Fair enough.
I'm willing to climb. I can see in the dark. So I know Grognar, you can also see in the dark. But I'm willing to climb up there and try and tie the rope off if y'all want.
I
would
can
help
be
us out.
underneath everybody and catch people that fall.
Yeah, I might need you to catch me if I fall.
All right.
And,
I will be there to catch you if you fall.
All right, and Asher will
I am here for this.
loop the rope around his, kind of like across his chest, and
All right. So here's
start-
how we're gonna do. So we're gonna do 2 rolls. We're gonna do a roll just to represent the entire 50 foot, because I'm not gonna have you do every 10 feet, because that would take forever and it'd be silly.
Okay.
So we'll do 1 roll, and you could use your athletics or acrobatics. So we'll start there, and I'm looking for. I'll even tell you the DC. I'm looking for a 13 or better. This wall is fairly jagged, so there are grip points.
I'm going to use acrobatics because it's better.
Okay. Beautiful.
18.
So you take a second, you put your foot on the wall, and you kind of reach up and kind of like 1, 2, 3, and you take your time. This is not something that you're just doing like you're not Spider-Man or anything like that. It takes some effort to go up 50 feet on a vertical incline. So I'd say about 2 or 3 minutes later, you finally get to the location on the wall that you're aiming for. At this point, you would see Kane's dangling end of rope. Now,
Yeah, you would.
for those who've ever been rock climbing before, having been rock climbing, so when you're on a vertical wall like this, it's pretty rough to tie a rope off. So we're gonna represent that with, fuck it, we'll just use sleight of hand. With your sleight of hand, it'll represent you keeping your balance on the wall while you grab the other end of rope and kind of finagle a knot. So go ahead and give me I'll tell you what.
I had another question. I don't know if it would change anything,
Okay.
but I had an idea while I was climbing up.
Okay.
Would there be anywhere close by to the rope that I could tie the actual rope off to, or make a knot in the rope to like anchor it to, like a slit in the between two rocks or something?
Do you have any
Anything like that?
pythons on you?
No, I'm talking about just making like a knot, like a knot in the rope and wedging that in there.
I get what you're saying. It would be very crude, and there'd
Yeah.
be a risk of failure. Could you do it? I'm willing to let you try. If you had a python, I would give you 100% on it. Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'll just, if there's not, or like a jagged rock that I could actually tie the rope off to, or I'll just tie it to the.
I mean, there
I'll
are.
tie it to the other end of the rope.
I mean, there are rocks that jet out a little bit. You can
Yeah.
use that as well, but once again, it's the concept of the vertical is making
Yeah.
it difficult.
So he would, as he's climbing out there, he would see that, like, yes, there's places he could do it, but it'd be a little sketchy. So then, yeah, I would just tie it off to the rope.
Okay. Go ahead and give me that sleight of hand, and fuck it, let's go with a 13 again.
Okay. Fuck, a 7.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. As you attempt to release your hands from the wall, using your legs for the only stability you have, you try to grab this rope. And although you grab the one rope with your one hand, you're holding yourself as close to the wall as possible, maintaining your center of gravity. As you attempt to take the rope off of your chest to tie off some, you lose a little bit of your footing, and you start to feel yourself fall backwards slightly. Give me a dexterity saving throw. Make it an easy 10.
I'm supposed to be good at these.
Look at that.
That's
Oh,
pretty
oh,
So
good.
as you're like whoa, 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 you just reach forward onto like this small rock that just kind of jets out, and you kind of grab on and you pull yourself back in, and you're like, holy shit. Go ahead and try another sleight of hand for me.
The wild mother
You
was
were
just,
in-
hey, my child.
You were in fact quicker than that.
Jesus Christ!
this
Under
time,
7.
This time, as you try to, you pull the rope off your chest, you're trying to tie it off, you grab yourself again. This time, you're not trying to save yourself from falling. You're going to try to save yourself from dropping the rope. So why don't you go ahead and give me another dexterity saving throw to represent that, and we'll make it an easy 10.
Okay.
Beautiful.
18.
Whoop! You grab the rope again. Grab your other sleight of hand, please.
I'm good at the dexterity stuff as long as it's not sleight of hand, apparently.
Another 7.
Another 7, yeah.
Calling it.
21.
Dang
That's
it.
fantastic. The whole time you're on the wall, 10, maybe 15 minutes, you're taking a little bit of slower approaches. You don't want to fuck this up. And you finally secure a knot worthy enough to hold up some weight.
Gotta love those dirty 20s.
Right. Then I'll I really don't want to climb. Well, yeah, then I'll unspool the rope from me and let it drop all the way down.
Everyone
then-
down at the base here, and rope kind of falls in front of you guys. I know that Reen had a torch, but technically he's with the Purple Demon Baby at the moment, so I don't know if anyone else
I
is rocking light.
was.
I believe
Yep,
I
I had
have
a torch.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So yeah, all
Yeah.
right. So you guys
I
would
had
see
one
the
that
rope.
was up and lit.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys would see a rope kind of thwip in front of your faces.
Wouldn't that also increase dark vision?
Yeah,
Right.
that is a good point.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Increase
because
dark-
they have dark vision out to a point, and then another extra amount of just gray.
I know what
grayscale
you're
vision.
saying. To me, that dark vision to me is when you're already in darkness and you're looking around, versus being a football field away and being like, I can see into the dark over 100 meters
Right.
away. You know what I mean? Like logically, it doesn't make sense to me. To me, it's more of like your pupils dilate when you're already in the darkness,
Okay,
or
Fair
on the edge of the darkness, looking into it.
fair enough.
So yeah. So what you guys gonna do?
I start.
Myth's going to store his shield on his back as he goes to try to climb the torch, or climb the torch, climb the.
You take the torch, shove it up your ass.
Yeah, exactly. Sit down, do a spin.
I will
just
stay
go-
at the bottom, just in case anybody falls. I can catch them,
Okay.
and then, once everybody else is up, I can head up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Myth's going to kind of sit there, take the torch, kind of put in his mouth as he goes to try to climb.
okay. With
Ooh.
the rope, it'll be easier to climb. So before you jump on that rope, Myth, let me just finish Asher out here as he's still technically dangling halfway up the wall.
Nice.
Do Dragonborn have natural fire resistance?
Depends on
curious.
certain things.
Yeah,
Depends
it
on your
depends
lineage.
yeah, my lineage is lightning,
Hmm.
but it's
Okay.
a torch, so it's basically holding it
Yeah.
out to the side, so it's like being close to a campfire. Yes, it's warm and
I
hot,
gotcha.
but it's not going to burn.
Gotcha. I was just curious.
But Asher's just gonna, once he ties the rope off, he's gonna keep climbing up to the top.
Yep, ropes to me make it an easy DC check. So using athletics or acrobatics, and you can just make it a 10. That's just rope 10, easy stuff.
And I roll another 7 probably.
Probably.
Nope,
All right,
That's
cool.
not bad.
17.
So, Kane, you look down and you see Asher's about 10 feet below you. You can see him scaling the rope. You see the rope that you tied off kind of stretching a little bit. You hear the sounds of the, not ripping, I'm just saying you hear the tension in the rope. And you look down, you see him. What are you going to do?
Once again, as I see him get closer, I immediately put up the "Hey, be quiet" symbol.
Since I can see this with my dark vision, I'll nod to Kane and keep going up.
And
So-
then as he gets over to where he can see over, he points over to where the drow are and holds up his 5 fingers, kind of trying to signal that there are 5 drow over there.
Asher and Kane, give me a perception check, please.
$16.
Asher, as you pull yourself up, and Kane is silently trying to, pantomime to you, like, fucking shut up, be quiet, la da da da, that kind of stuff. So you look over Kane's shoulder, and you see a drow in the distance. Actually, what's your dark range again? I'm sorry.
I only have 60 feet for now.
Oh shit! How far away is that? And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say you would see him at 60 feet. So let's do it this way. 1 second. Let me get a good measurement going.
60 feet would be in the middle of this group here.
I just
Roughly.
measured it out. 60 feet should be right where it's at right now. So you see a drow. He doesn't seem to be alerted to you, but he is conscious and walking around. Perhaps a patrol.
Okay, and do remember they can't see me with my umbral sight.
Correct.
With just dark vision.
Correct.
Okay, I was just making sure because I know it's something that doesn't come up often. I will then quietly motion for Kane to get down and do a little walking. Here, let me turn my camera back on. I'm going to do this gesture to Kane and point in the general direction that I saw the drow, so he kind of gets the idea that there's a moving patrol.
Kane nods.
Do what you cut out for me, buddy.
Kane nods.
All right. And then since I'm a little bit stealthier than everybody else because my boots make me make no noise when I walk and I'm invisible right now, I'm going to push forward a little if I can.
I'm bringing the compass out for a reason, and we'll figure out what a reason why is in a minute. Okay, so as you guys are taking your time there, so Myth, go ahead. Athletics, acrobatics, and beat a 10 because it's rope. Fantastic.
Hey!
I'm gonna say 100 feet scaling without a climb speed on a rope probably takes you like 2, 3, maybe even 4 minutes just to kind of safely pull yourself up there. You're not in a rush, but you're also not a sloth either. So let's just say I'm gonna pull you to the side, and you're in transition to going up to the top. As Thalia, you look up and you see Myth making his way up top. Myth, your torch is still on?
Yes, the torch is currently lit and kind of off to the side of my left side of my head as I'm
Okay.
holding it in my the grip in my mouth.
Absolutely. That brings us to Grognar.
Grognar will wait till man off. Don't want to put too much weight.
Okay. Myth, you continue to make your way up, and like I said, it's going to take you about 2 or 3 minutes or so to get up there. So here's what we're going to do next. During the course of the next couple seconds, because we do have an active patrol, and I want to represent real-time numbers here. 1 will be north, 2 will be east, 3 will be south, 4 will be west. And I'll show you what that means in a minute here. North, as the patrol makes a 10-foot slow walk on a northerly approach. All right. Kane and Asher, because technically that's active up here as they're making their way up. What are you guys going to do?
Quick question.
Probably going to ask a question.
Go ahead, Dolly.
Okay.
What's up?
Does Grognar appear to be a strong individual?
Stronger than a human.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
All right, fantastic. So, Asher, as you kind of make your way to the edge there, Kane, I assume, kind of squats down a little bit, try to keep a low profile. What are you two going to be doing?
Go ahead, Kane.
Kane is just squatting down. He's looking down. He's kind of there in case any of the other party members need help from, like, just kind of getting up over the lip of the cliff, and also to let them know, hey, we got drow up here. B, to be quiet, and C, put out any torches.
Kane covered what I was going to tell them to put out torches, but I'm moving to just to the opening right in here where my character is, and basically holding Overwatch with my bow for if any of the drow wake up or if any of them start coming this way to where I can lay down some suppressing fire, I guess, until the rest of my people come up. But that's basically it. I'm just, like I said, just watching and trying to see what happens.
Are we? I have a question about the table. Are we supposed to be using the dice on the table now, or do we click things on Tabletop Sim?
I would say you could use, if it's a simple, just a flat roll, you're more than welcome to use a table dice.
Okay.
But
All
if
right.
you want, if you don't want to do the math and have Roll20 do it for you, that would be cool.
Okay.
So as that's all happening, once again in real time, drow number 6, let's call him Luther. Luther patrolled northwest. As you see him walking further away from you, Asher. At this point here, after about a minute, you see Myth just on the edge of the where you can pull yourself up onto the high part. Yeah, something like that.
Um,
Okay. Kane says
as
Kane's motioning him like just motioning him like, hey, quiet, and hey, put out the torch.
And because
What?
because Luther's walking away, I'm not gonna have him roll to see the torchlight. His back is to you.
okay. I guess Myth, as he's kind of climbing up, he'll go like kind of get all the way up first before he goes to put the torch out, and kind of stands awkwardly in darkness, not being able to see.
Kane just kind of puts his hand on his shoulder and kind of guides him to like the other side of him.
Yeah, Kane, do you have your dark vision thing up right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. I got my dark vision thing right now.
Okay, cool. I was just checking to see if I needed to be the eyes for you right now or not.
All right. As you pull him up, Asher, you would obviously be keen to where this patrol's walking, and you see him still just kind of prancing around on the backside of the cave.
Okay. I don't see any other type of patrol, just him.
At the moment, that is correct. All you see is him.
And do the ones that are in like their stasis seem like they're about to wake up, like starting to stir, or are they still unconscious?
No, they're like statues right now, just chilling, almost like an Indian style kind of situation.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm just gonna keep holding. I've got like my bow at like a low ready, just watching to make sure to see if anyone starts coming down or if they start moving around. Just like I said, just keeping an eye out. And if I need to, I'll move in a little bit to make more room for people.
Sure. All right, we're gonna pull the camera. The camera's gonna cliff dive down and stop right in front of Thalia's face as she looks up, and you don't see any kind of tension on the rope anymore. It looks like there's no weight on it at the moment.
I'll be right back, guys.
Is Grognar's still down here with me, right?
Correct. The as far as I'm aware, all tokens are accurate.
Okay. I motion for Grognar to go up next. And I'll follow.
Okay.
Don't forget my
I will
rope.
go up since Pretty Lady tells me to.
All right, give me
If
that
you could
check.
see my glare, I would be glaring.
I'm gonna ship Grognar and Thalia now.
No.
We just need some weird weed fan art of it.
Grognar, you start climbing. It'll take you
Don't
about
tempt
2
me.
minutes. It'll take you about 2 minutes to get to the top. While that climb is happening, the patrol is going to make its active movements. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, again, 2, 3, 4. So that's east, southwest. So east 10, south 10, west 10. His back is still sort of to you guys, so I'm not going to even bother giving him a perception check. Which brings you now to the people up top side. So Kane, Myth, and Asher.
Would you say it was perception?
I'm sorry, what?
I thought it cut out. I thought you said to do a perception check.
No. I said because of the pattern that drow number 6.
Oh, okay.
Luther, yeah, he's not gonna roll. His back is still. He's a bad patrol.
Sounds like it.
Every time he walks east with line of sight, I'll be giving him perception checks, but it's not working out.
Okay. Once everybody's back up, I'm assuming I could like hear and kind of see that they're up there. Asher will step back around and just quietly tell them to not forget his rope.
Oh, Myth. Fucking stealth. As you pull yourself up, Mr. Armor Master.
Okay, but I do have the armor since I'm in the infiltrator mode. I don't have a disadvantage on the heavy armor. It's
That's
just
fine.
regular D20. Okay.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
I just want because it's going to roll. It's saying I have disadvantage. I think here. Yeah. Which it doesn't matter. It'd still be the fucking 6.
Yes, it would be.
So in other words, you're saying you're cheating.
So as you pull yourself
Shut
up,
up.
as you pull yourself up, the rock that's kind of jetting out of the ground a little bit kind of just goes down the side of your armor a little bit there as you pull yourself up. Basically, you scraped your knee, and it's just making a louder than you feel comfortable about. Everyone that is currently in a trance, disadvantage.
For purpose of continuity, if when that would happen, I would still have the torch in my mouth lit.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, so you do that. I just had them at disadvantage.
That would have been me still climbing up over the edge, right?
Fair enough. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah.
you're like just pulled yourself up on the edge at this point. I'm just trying to see if anyone heard you or sees the light right now. Just give me 1 second.
Yep.
Okay, you pull yourself up. You heard the scratch. You kind of pause for a moment. Kane and Asher both kind of look at you real quick with like holding their breath, and they kind of look over their shoulder.
Yeah, because then after I got up was when Kane told me to put out the torch.
As soon as Asher heard that scratching, he lifted the bow and just drew it back, pointing it at a drow.
Absolutely.
Just like, oh shit.
Dude, and by the way, all these dice rolls have been legit so far. By the way, so yeah, this is exciting.
Oh no!
Since I did say I was watching the drow, when Myth made that noise, do I see any of them start to stir, the sleeping ones?
You're welcome to make an investigation.
Would it be investigation or perception?
It would totally be an investigation because you're looking for a specific action.
Okay, I don't understand the difference between the two of them. That's why I asked.
I look at
18.
investigation as details and perception is just the awareness.
Okay.
18. You look at the drows that are in trance. None of them seem to have moved from where you remember they were at. You do see the patrol stop for a moment. And as you kind of train your bow on the one that stopped in the distance there,
Yeah.
you see him.
Shit.
And he's looking left and he looks right. And then he takes his left hand and puts it down the backside of his trousers and scratches his ass. And then continues to walk.
And Asher, as he sees him start to continue to walk, he lets out the breath he was holding and loosens the tension on his bow. That man almost met his maker.
Send him to Loth.
Yeah.
All
This
right.
is Asher's encountered dark elves, so he doesn't know what they worship.
So that happened. So Myth, I assume you douse your flame at this point.
Because by this after I got up is when Kane came over, told me to put it out, and then I stood there awkwardly till he grabbed my shoulder and led me.
Gotcha. So at this point, it is pitch black up here, so you would be rendered blind essentially. Okay.
Yep. I can't see.
All right. At this point here, I'm going to say a minute or two has passed as the patrols, scratch his ass, kept on walking around. You would see Grognar coming in right behind you, Myth. And Grognar, well, I'll let you guys handle that part.
Okay, so Kane moves Myth. Myth, I'm gonna grab your mini.
Yep, by all means. I am
Move-
blind. I am going where you put me.
and moves him right there. As Grognar comes up, can Grognar see in the dark?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kane just motions to Grognar, letting him know that there are drow over there. He points over to them. He puts his finger over his lips to be quiet. And since Grognar can see, Grognar can move the fuck out of the way.
Yes, but he's in half.
Ragnar
He's
has
trying
dark
not to be
vision?
loud.
Half orc, I believe, has dark vision.
Yep, so it works.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'm trying not to be hurt because I
Stealth
know
it up.
this is a bad time. I know this is a bad time to say this, but
Half plate.
I currently have half.
Can Asher shoot Grognar if he fails a stealth check?
Well, he's there right next to you. So.
I'm the one who's the worst at stealth right now, I
Alright.
think, of the entire group.
So even
because
though...
of my
Oh, go ahead, I'm
armor.
sorry.
I'm just saying. Yeah, fuck you.
Hey, Grog. Yeah.
I do want to say, I think Thalia would have communicated with the group during the last engagement, like the things they said, and I definitely remember one of the Dark Elves said that they worship Lolth. And because they worship Lolth, that generally tells me that they're probably evil. But I wanted to make sure everybody understood that, because I do understand what they're saying. Or at least if they're speaking under common, I do.
So let's represent this failed stealth real quick before we go too far onto the next thing. We're going to go ahead and people that are in the trance and the person walking. Okay, so Asher, give me
Yes.
another investigation, please.
As the bush.
9. Fuck.
With a 9. So these drow, when they're in a trance, their eyes are open, right? They typically glow. They have like a red glow to them. When they're in their trance, in my world, they glaze over like a foggy white, like you know what I mean, like a mystical eyelid close. You see, we'll just do this one. You see this one, and that one. You see their foggy white glow seems to be slowly turning into a red.
Shit.
And it's slowly turning into a red. Like, you ever toss and turn in your sleep, you're just kind of like, nah. It seems as if something's different. I'll leave it at that.
And so, like, I would have noticed when we fought them before that their eyes glowed that red color, correct?
Yeah, there's only one drow where their eyes don't glow red. Brownie points if you can tell me who it is.
Is it?
Tree?
Dritz Duarden.
Yeah.
What color's his eyes?
Aren't they white?
No.
They're blue.
No.
Okay.
They're like a violet purple.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah.
know.
So he's Yennefer.
But seeing that they haven't woken up completely yet, I'm going to quietly say, "Shut the fuck up," and then keep my bow on at least. Which ones did you say it was again that started waking up? It was 3, 1, and 5, or
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3. Okay. Then I'm gonna keep my bow centered on number 3 since he's the closest.
Okay.
And just if I see the light eyes not start to go back to white, he's gonna shoot him.
Okay.
It's been a
Right.
while since I read any Ari Salvatore books, so
And Grognar, as you kind of shimmy yourself to the side there, what are you going to be doing in the meantime?
I'm just gonna prepare to cast Hex on the first thing I see start moving.
Don't start without me, guys.
There was definitely an east movement there. Everyone that's standing up top, give me another stealth, please. As he did walk east and within a line of sight from you guys. So let's see something.
11.
Not to be pedantic, but do I get any type of bonus for this since I'm invisible?
Yeah, you don't even have to roll
Okay, cool.
because it's not based on audio. He's using just eyes here.
Okay, that's why I was asking, because I was technically talking, wasn't sure. So thank you.
No, yeah, you're invisible. I'm gonna lean into the trait. I mean, that's why you take the fucking thing. So I'm not gonna have you roll on it.
All right, cool.
Now, it doesn't mean that it's gonna happen every time. If the story needs to have a roll, obviously I'll have you roll for it. But in the meantime,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
yeah, okay. So, okay, wow, guys, awesome, because my perception was a 10 roll on that one. Well done. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so that happens. So cool. However, we'll pause you guys there. Back down at the bottom, Thalia.
Yep. I don't see anybody on the rope. I'm assuming I see it slacking.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much tension or movement on the rope right now.
All right. I'm gonna whisper, "I'm coming up," and then I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay, roll that athletics acrobatics, and it's a rope. Make it a 10. Beautiful. Even with full fucking armor on. Clink, clink, clink. As you kind of just.
Is not that heavy. I don't understand.
I don't know.
I will
It's
point you
about
to some
85
videos that
pounds.
will contrary what you think about plate armor.
Have you heard how loud it is when people
It
walk
is loud.
plate
It is
armor?
loud, but it's not that heavy.
Well, I was going for the audio loud versus the heavy.
Okay. Well, then shouldn't I be rolling a stealth check then?
Not yet. Not until you get to the top.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
I
So-
would like to point out it isn't that plate armor isn't heavy. It's just that as you wear it, it's actually just sectioned off across your body. So
Yeah, it's like 25-pound displace across your entire body, so
Yeah.
not one point is feeling all of the weight.
Like how we're getting really pedantic about made-up armor.
It's all
It's
good.
not
Nerd.
made up
Let's
armor.
there's the
My
fact that,
my armor is modeled after real life medieval armor.
Except dwarven make.
Heavy plate.
Yeah,
Just
the,
dwarven make.
thick
Yes.
padding under the armor, the actual thick cloth padding that they would have under the armor.
is super heavy.
It also has harnesses in it, so that way most of the weight is distributed on your shoulders and your arms rather
Yeah.
than just your waist.
One of these days, I'll tell you where the Prince Albert comes from.
Ow. All I
So,
know is that-
yeah, I'll even tell you real quick. I don't know if you know this, Prince Albert. There's in most armors, there's a little hook on the inside of the groin area.
Yep.
And they would actually get pierced to hook their genitals to that hook because the armor would chink at the bottom and pinch their balls. Because typically knights
Oh,
would
I
roll
don't have
naked.
that problem.
Yeah, typically knights would roll naked under their armor. Allegedly. Nevertheless, whatever. You got long ass dangly bits.
Do I? Really?
You are.
Oh,
pretty lady
okay.
according
We're
to
heading to an
Grognar.
entirely different game with this.
Nevertheless, so Drow 6 made his roll. Apparently, he's following the southern wall, the southern walls now, apparently, because that's where he wants to go. Another minute has passed by, and Drow number 1 looks like he's getting ready to stand up. He doesn't seem to be alerted to you as of the moment, but he looks like he's getting ready to stand up as he puts his hand on his knee and leans forward as if he's pushing himself up.
Oh, fuck it. One of them's getting up. Do you want me to kill him now or what?
Do I see Thalia coming up?
You would see tension in the rope. I'm gonna just say, for sake of structure and strategy, about another minute and she'll be up.
Fuck it.
I say,
Close we are to him, I know he'd be able to see us. So, seeing that he's waking up, I'm gonna let loose.
Well, before you do that, let me give one benefit of the doubt here, as this person is in the process of standing. Just a moment. Oh yeah, dude. So he moves up.
Not that heavy.
He moves up. You know, kind of doing a whatever a drow yawn would be through meditation, and kind of stops for a moment, looks at everyone else transing out, kind of does one of those little, and then makes 2 steps to the east is where he would see you. So here's what's going to happen. As Asher is about to let an arrow fly, the drow, first of all, wouldn't see you, but would absolutely see everyone that's in the hallway. Just as he's about to open his mouth to metaphorically raise an alarm, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Would my Dread Ambusher thing come into play where I get to attack twice?
This is more of a reaction than a full-on attack.
Okay, it's the first round of combat, that's why I asked.
No, we're not in combat, so you can make
Okay.
one attack.
Alright, so that's a 16 to hit.
More than enough to hit.
For 7 points of damage.
You can add any attack or damage modifiers if you have any.
I don't have any spells to cast, so it's just my piercing plus my dex.
Absolutely. I believe we have Fate joining the party at the moment.
Yep, I'm looking for the my coin or someone
You know
to do it.
I am going to use my Piercer feat to re-roll that damage.
Okay.
So I
roll
can
the
Maybe
damage.
get higher. Yeah.
It's MC Executioner.
Ooh. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. You land clean into this drow's face. The drow, you kind of hit him between the eyes and above the nose, which is like, I forgot what they call it, but if you would ever get shot there, IRL, you're literally there one moment and then you're not. You know what I mean? Like you just instant darkness. And that's what happens to this guy. As he loses control of his body, it looks like he's about to lean forward and fall face first onto the floor.
First off, it's called the Fatal T. It's where your brainstem connects to your spinal system, your nervous system to your brain. Do I have a chance to run up and try and catch him as he falls?
Absolutely.
Then I'm going to try and do that.
Okay.
The amount of
right there.
learning we have today.
You said it was about right there.
Right about
correct?
there, yeah. In fact, I should probably mark where he died just for the sake of difficult terrain.
All right.
There we go. Okay, cool. So, as you do that, you're going to give me 2 rolls. You're going to give me a stealth check because you want to catch him quietly.
Yes.
And you're also going to want to give me a... This sounds like a reflex kind of a situation. So let's go with dexterity saving throw. And we'll make it a
Okay.
simple 13.
I have one question.
Yeah.
My boots let me roll a stealth at advantage when I'm trying not to be heard.
Yes, 100%.
Would
That
that-
applies
okay.
here.
Okay, that's my question because it's a really situational thing.
Yeah, what this is going to happen is if you drop him. So just getting to him, absolutely advantage stealth. And then catching him is going to be the dexterity
So-
saving throw.
19 on my stealth.
Yeah, dude, you don't even hear footsteps. You just like zoom. You're almost like you bamfed there.
All right, and you said dex save?
Dexterity saving throw to represent catching him. And
22.
So he's about 30-degree fall at this moment. Like his full body weight is not even into the fall yet. As you instantly can see what's about to happen, you're like, oh shit! And you get in there, you catch him, and right now you're basically holding him upright. As the 2 drow that are here, their eyes begin to turn into a brighter shade of red, as if they're in the process of waking up as well.
I am going.
We're going to pause you for a second here because I believe everyone here should have a reaction or some sort of somethings. So let's go with Thalia since technically she's dangling.
Wait, what's happening? I'm sorry.
It's your turn basically. In the context,
I'm
like, are you going to continue to
Trying
scale
to get
up?
up the rope as fast as I can.
Absolutely. So let's just say as you're getting ready to pull yourself up, give me a stealth to see how quietly you do it.
Woof.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Disadvantage. Oh boy. Okay. Um, and you know what? Just because this time would have elapsed, let's see where drow number 6 is real quick. 4, 3, 2. That's west and south down the wall again. Puts him back where he was. And then 2 is to the east. And no, I'm not going to give him line of sight from there. Okay, cool. So, you pull yourself up and you scrape a little bit of your armor on the rock, but there doesn't seem to be any real situations. However, you do notice Drow 2 and Drow 3 as their foggy white eyes are starting to turn into this red glint. Everyone else that's on top side can have a reaction at this moment.
Assuming we're gonna get into
Myths.
battle, Grognar's gonna cast Hex on Drow 5.
I'm gonna let the drow seeing that the other ones are waking up. I'm just gonna slowly drop them to the floor, and then try and move into some cover if I can.
I'll give you half movement.
Okay.
Kane. Does Kane notice that the other drow are waking up?
Give me an investigation and beat a 10. I mean, it's not like they're hiding per se.
Yeah. The reason I know Kane's position and everything, and it'd be a lot more difficult for him to notice whether or not they're waking up. Where is investigation? Oh, there it is. Okay. 11. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see Asher fucking around, but you do notice their eyes essentially in comparison. There definitely seems to be a change in their status.
And while I don't see Asher, I did see him drop a fucking drow. Like, as in he shot. I'm pretty sure I at least saw the arrow hit the drow and everything.
Yes. I mean, well, you saw a drow put himself down softly.
yeah.
Last session that I could let my friends see me.
Yeah, fair enough. But it was so much funnier the invisible way. But I guess you saw him.
Because when we first started doing it, they couldn't see me, and then you'd said that no, I could say that they could see me. So I mean, I'm fine with either way.
Either way, I mean,
we've bounced back and forth on it a couple times, so that's why I was asking.
You let Kane know you had this ability when me and you stood out watch way back at the owl after we killed the owl bears.
Yeah.
So I at least have a pretty good idea that I saw a drow stand up and then all of a sudden just kind of plop to the floor. My character has enough knowledge to know what happened.
Your buddy ass smirked a motherfucker.
So working with my character, working with that knowledge, seeing these guys about to wake up, Kane's gonna light a torch, cause it's too hairy to try and stay in stealth, and we have characters that need to see.
Absolutely.
So Kane lights a torch.
As you crack your torch, we're gonna pause upstairs for a minute as you crack a torch. Reen, just give me an athletics acrobatics check real quick and beat a 10. You're climbing a rope real quick.
Frog, can I ask a quick question?
In a moment, yeah.
Okay.
So with 17, all right. So, Reen, I'm going to say you are 2 turns of combat before you get to the top of this rope that you're climbing up a 100-foot wall. That's where you'll start, which is going to take us into combat here. First, a question from Asher.
Yes. This circle right here, what is that supposed to represent?
These are like stalactites and rocks and shit on the floor, so they do provide cover if you were to line of sight them.
Okay, that's why I was moving over to here, so that way I'd have some what I assume would be cover.
All right, guys. So for those who missed my announcement before, the new initiative system, there was a glitch in the matrix, and it didn't work out the way I was intending. So we're going to go back to the old way. So go ahead and roll initiative, dudes.
All right.
Good.
Oh, what a wonderful thing for Grognar to be in the front.
Hell yeah.
Who is MC Executioner that I'm debating with?
Yeah, it's Grognar.
All right.
I haven't even been reading. What are you guys still arguing about the fucking armor
We're
stuff?
arguing about armor.
They're having a dick measuring contest over heavy plate
It's not
armor.
dick measuring. I'm just telling him because I know my shit.
It's a labia
Well,
measuring contest.
But the thing is, they didn't have that kind of steel until later on in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, that's what
Definitely-
my armor's modeled after. Late 1800s.
Definitely not something we're gonna debate in game.
You mean 1800s?
Yes.
Like cap and ball?
Definitely not going
Yes!
to be something we're debating right now. You guys are more than welcome to PM each other in Discord. I'm okay with that.
As someone who has a little bit of area expertise, the Vatican Guard still wears
Are we still
plate mail.
discussing this? This is not something we're gonna discuss right now.
I'm
All right,
so
everyone has their
sorry.
initiatives ready?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I got mine ready. I can speak for myself.
Oh, Frog, you did see the thing as my held action, right?
No, not at all.
I can't tell if he was sarcastic or
No, I didn't. I
What's
I
the
saw
heck?
you hexed.
not. Yeah. Draw 5.
Yeah, I didn't put the status bags. I should probably fucking do that, but yeah, we'll do that. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna roll initiative in 3, 2, 1. Myth has not set their initiative. Wah,
Yes,
wah.
I did.
You gotta turn your token on.
It's on.
I
and
did.
everything.
What was your initiative number?
Mine was 6.
All right, I set it for you. Let's see if I get this going now.
Heck, initiative included.
Did you put in the initiative value?
Yeah, you gotta put your initiative in your menu above your character thing.
Oh god damn
initiative
it! That's
value
why I
there.
fucked up.
All right, guys.
I
here
do
we-
it
That's why I
too,
fucked
man.
up.
I do it too. But
Yeah,
I did
and
it correctly.
And this is
time.
why I wanted to use the other initiatives thing. But if I use the other initiative tool, that means I'd have to roll your initiatives for you, and I'd rather you guys have control of your own dice. That's why we're using this system here.
I
All right,
love
guys.
Rolling initiative.
All right, so everything's going on. So Kane, as you and the light begins to radiate in the area, all these eyes turn to red as they begin to stand up with some sort of alertness. Starting with Reen, as you dangle 2 turns below.
Frog,
Just
my
gonna
initiative
climb.
is not showing on the chart.
Ooh, you're right, it isn't. One moment here. Did you place one already?
I set it on my character, and my token's active on. Well, now it's not, but now it is. And I put initiative value 14. Include initiative is red. I think I did it right.
No, I just turned it to red. 1 second. I'll fix it.
Fuck. So many fucking things.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I want to do the other one, but I'll figure something out eventually. Nevertheless, back to you, Reen. So yeah, what's the plan, Reen?
I'm just climbing still.
Yeah,
Climb,
well, you're
climb,
gonna
climb.
climb up. So you're gonna do like a dash, do double the movement.
Yeah, dash, double move, double climb.
Fantastic. That's gonna put you literally at the lip of the cliff, and your hands are on top side. In fact, your hand is just under Thalia's boot heel. All right,
And that's gonna be the turn.
that takes Asher's next.
I am assuming I am within the torchlight from Kane.
What's the official range of torchlight?
It's
30 feet.
40. 1 second, I'll check.
I did not mean to ping the light cantrip.
Someone else will, because I don't have a torch.
It's 40 feet, because it's the same as the light cantrip. 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Yeah.
The question
Okay.
is, does it wrap around corners though?
No.
Yeah, that's my thing. Well, I mean, sure, there'd be some light reflected out this way, so I just don't know if I am in any type
It
of light
works.
or not.
Torchlight works like a bonfire. Think of it that way, like a real bonfire. It won't wrap around a corner of a building. The building corner is going to cut off the light there, and you'll have the shadow.
Yeah,
Think of it as its own thing. It has a line of sight, except it radiates out in
no,
all
I'm just
directions.
saying my character's going to want to stay in absolute darkness, not dim light, is why I'm asking.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that
yeah,
way
yeah.
I can be invisible. That's why I'm kind of
About
wondering
that.
what it would look like.
Yeah, you're looking at like campfire like lighting. So if you're if you can see the torch, it can probably see you.
Yeah.
Asher, the thing
So-
is that a lot of I'm gonna
Oh
gonna need to-
Jesus!
I'm gonna need to do light in order so that I can fight.
Yeah, that's what the torch is for.
Well, I know that's
Green
why
lit torch.
I'm trying to move out of the torchlight.
I'm just letting you know that that strategy is.
I am aware. That's
Okay,
why I'm
alright,
trying to
just-
move.
just making
because
sure.
My first round of
So
combat, I have
that-
40 feet of movement.
This is the radius based off of where's Kane at? Okay, one more token down. This is a 40-foot radius circle with Kane generally in the middle. So any
Okay.
square, this is not taking into consideration line of sight. So technically, behind that lip that you're at right now, Asher, I'm going to say you're still within dim light, or not dim light. Excuse me. You're still within darkness for the most part, but the way light refracts off of walls and shit. If you were to move any closer, you'd probably be popped out of your invisibility.
Then I'm gonna take advantage of my movement, and I'm gonna move because I have 40 feet of movement in the first round of combat. I'm gonna move to right there for now, and I'm going to attack drow number 4.
All right, make it
with
happen.
My longbow.
Drow number 4.
Dirty 20.
Fucking nasty. It's a solid hit.
Nasty
for 10
ass
points of damage.
10 points of damage as you crack this drow unexpectedly in his back. He kind of yelps and tries to reach behind him, trying to grab the arrow that's sticking out of his back shoulder blade.
Ow.
Still standing?
Oh yeah. In fact,
Okay.
let me change his color as I promised I would.
Then I am going to use my Drain Ambusher ability to attack again, and I'm going to target drow number 3.
Okay, make it happen. Another nasty hit.
So this one's going to deal an additional d8 of damage as well.
Okay.
So that's 8 plus 7 for no, sorry, that would be 8 plus 3 because it's just a flat d8. So 11 points of damage to drow number 3.
An amazing hit as this creature's, a fucking arrow lands directly like under his floating rib and slides into soft tissue. He screams and hollers. He looks like he's not doing very, very well.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get to right there because that drow can't see me or hear me because of my boots. Because I make no sound when I walk.
Fucking awesome, awesome. All right, would that be your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Kane, you're up.
Is dropping the torch, does that cost me anything? Like, if I just left the torch on the ground?
Dropping anything in your hand is always going to be a free action for me. Picking it
Okay.
up is a different story.
Since Kane has a dark vision, and the two people that are up there, they currently need the torchlight, are, well, right there. Kane drops the torch, uses his bonus action to cut his hand on his sword to activate the storm, and then will move there and attack drow number 5.
Do it to it. As you drop the torch on the floor, it kind of bounces once and then lands flush onto the ground, crackling into the dirt. You charge forward.
All right. Okay, that will end up dealing 3 damage to myself. And let's make this attack roll. 15.
Oh my Lord, have mercy. Exact AC, exact health. How do you kill this guy?
Perfect.
Well, hold on, there's more because
Jesus.
Kane just
He just walks up and just slices the motherfucker's head off.
With a mighty charge and a mighty cleave, you absolutely separate head from body. The head rolls in the direction of Grognar.
And that's gonna be Kane's turn.
All right, going up to drow number 2, who absolutely saw that happen. You know what? He is going to...
I want to know where the drow's heads are at now, where they just had arrows fly out of shadows.
They live in shadows. Probably their normal day for them.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. This is kind of like what the fuck?
Yeah, because they're like, we can't see where they're coming from, but an arrow just almost killed 2 of our dudes.
It's just a Monday in the Underdark.
Yeah.
One was extra spicy.
Who knows where Asher's at right now?
Nobody.
Does anybody know where? Okay.
The drow
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
because they can't see or hear me.
Asher's so happy we're in the Underdark right
I
now.
have no idea. I have been
Kane.
hoping, because looking up the Gloomstalker stuff, I saw how like a lot of people were like, yeah, my DM never incorporates that into it. So I am as giddy as a schoolgirl right now.
Unbeknownst to you guys, believe it or not, there's a whole world underneath Tal Rune I just never introduced it yet. Anyway, I digress. Nevertheless, we're going to start off with a little bit of this as drow number 2 is...
Darkness?
I'll be right back, guys.
That looks like a 15-foot square.
It's a circle from grid perspectives.
Fair. Understandable. Can we change colors for it, though, out of curiosity?
You know what? I believe I can. Sorry, this is a new tool. Give me 1 second.
That way we don't, like, lose it amongst the torch grid.
Right. There we go.
That didn't come out very clear, did it?
I mean, it's close and it's easy enough to see.
If
Yeah.
you're paying attention.
You just gotta look a little close, so. But yeah, you can tell the difference.
If you look at it from the side.
That
Oh,
you
that's a
can
lot.
tell a difference on.
Yep.
I'm just gonna
Something's
stay
fucky
quiet.
over there.
All right, so...
Grog,
Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know that on my turn, I will be casting the light cantrip and putting it on my forehead, on my armor.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let you know if you need to do any extra preparations.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So as that gets casted, drow number 2 is just going to move where you don't see him. Let's go with that. All right, cool. Drow number 4 is up next on deck, and he's the one with the fucking thing in his back as he attempts to continue to try to grab it, and he can't quite reach it, so he literally spins on the stalactite. Might comes from the ground, right? Yeah, because it might touch the ceiling.
Might
holds
touch
up.
the ceiling. No, stalactites hold on tight as they're in the ceiling.
Gotcha.
Stalagmites
So what he's
go
gonna
up.
do is he's gonna spin and snap the arrow in half, so he doesn't get it caught on anything. He will then. Man, can you link your invisibility again for me real quick? I just want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any outside of light? There's no other way to pop you out, right?
Nope. Unless they have blind sight, true sight, tremor sense, anything like that.
Yeah, nope. Unfortunately, not this time. But drow number 4 is just gonna fucking get in there and send it. Is he though? He's really hurt.
Is he though?
You know what? He's just gonna take a double movement and just fucking haul ass away for the moment, as he's got a fucking arrow broken in his back.
If I was one square closer.
Next up, then we have Thalia, who's fuck. You're next. All right, 1 second.
Yeah, I know.
What's-
That's why I was letting you know.
What's the light range? Is it the same as a torch?
That's a
Yeah.
great question. Let me link that to you.
I think it is.
20 foot,
20 foot.
dim light for another 20.
Okay, so let's just fucking say 4. So yeah, so I'll just do. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to copy that.
Yeah, that's why I was letting you know ahead of time. I didn't know what the process was for doing that shit, but I just wanted to let you know.
Will it do anything about the darkness? I imagine
No.
not, since it's just a cantrip.
It bright light for 20 feet, dim light for an additional 20, but it's gonna be like directional forward
Yeah.
from
The
me.
thing about the sphere of darkness is it absorbs any and all light within it.
Your any light that specifically says cancel darkness. That's the stuff. This random
Okay.
light doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I made your
Understood, that's why I
squares
was
whiter
asking.
than the torchlight.
Gotcha.
So look, you see this little nubbin over here
Uh,
that I'm jiggling around?
I believe so.
That little offset little button. That's
This
what's
right
gonna
here?
yeah. So just move that
Okay.
with you, okay?
Will do.
You can't see the darkness anymore now.
you can just slightly. We'll have to wait for him to get done moving so we can stack the darkness one on top.
Okay.
I never
And-
could see it. Colorblind.
It's all right. We can see where the button is, and if you highlight the button on the floor, it shows you what grids are there.
It does?
Uh,
Oh my gosh. They made it
What?
usable by stupid people like me.
Just please don't click on it and move it around. That's all I ask.
slingshot off the table. God.
Sweet. And that is how Mithrax died today.
All you people with your light are getting awfully close to me, and I don't like it.
Well,
that's what
you
I
see-
was. Well, that's what I was saying. Like
Oh,
your
welcome to a
your
party without
strategy for
dark
doing
vision.
things is directly contrasting
It's
everybody
only
else.
2 people.
Well, it's okay though because I get to move.
Well,
I can next turn I can move even further back and be further away.
Okay, that's
And
that's
I'm
fine. I'm
saying-
just letting you know that
Well,
like
that's
I
fine.
am functionally useless in darkness.
I know, but that's also why I'm using the environment. Like I put
Yeah, I
this
gotcha.
cover between us, so that
Mhm.
way it would break that up.
Yeah.
So I just needed to know for the first round of combat, so I knew how far to run.
Well, I'm gonna. Well, I can't tell you that.
It's a good thing you went
It's a
before
bad
all
timing.
of us.
Yes,
all right.
it
So what are you
is.
doing, Thalia?
I am going to, and I'll move my light after I finish my movement
Yep,
here.
that's fine,
So
that's
I'm
fine.
going. So basically, the sequence of events is I'm gonna run up to here. I'm gonna look around, and I believe I'm gonna see Drow 3 and possibly Drow 4. I believe this
you're
is
in the
you're in
sphere
the
of
darkness
darkness.
at
You
that
don't see
point.
anything.
Oh, I don't see anything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're in the darkness right there.
Gotcha.
Unless you can see in
Uh,
magical darkness, you cannot see it.
That is a very bright
Oh,
white.
wait. I was right here, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So we're gonna.
This is all dark.
So then we're gonna do the same thing I did
Uh,
earlier, where I'm just gonna charge forward. So there's my 30 feet. So I'm still within the darkness. I don't see
Okay.
anything. So that's where I'm at.
Correct.
Do I need to roll a dexterity or have my movement for this little square here? Because
Nah, that's
okay.
That's cherry picking. No, we're good.
Okay, then I ran and I don't know where I'm at.
All right, Grognar, you're up then.
I saw the. I remember there was a person like in this general
Oh, thank you.
direction. So Grognar turns in that direction and just charges.
So,
Yes.
so hold on. I actually have to bring this up because I see Thalia moving with her light cantrip. With the source of Thalia's light inside the darkness, would that actually be applicable at the moment?
No, we already
it'd
covered
be
that.
coming
That was a
from
question
her.
that was
Okay.
asked before.
All right.
Yes,
Oh,
it doesn't exist right now. Correct from her light cantrip.
Inside
not-
the
yeah, there
area of
is no light.
darkness. Correct.
What about
So wait,
the-
Oh,
So-
you mean it
Does it
doesn't?
prevent it from going out
It
from
ab-
the?
Yeah.
yeah,
It absolutely
absorbs
does.
any and all light.
So I basically there is no light coming from me at the moment
Yeah, I was going
Okay,
to ask if for
okay.
if we could
until I
use it.
leave that radius.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
So am I outside of the darkness?
You are outside of the darkness.
Okay. And then I'm gonna move this way, looking
Should've
for the
dashed.
nearest target. Do I see Drow 4?
No, because the darkness is in the way. Well,
outside.
you went over here. Sorry, looking at the wrong token. You have dark vision of 60 feet, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you would absolutely see.
I would move my hex over to Drow 4 as my bonus action,
Okay.
and then try and blast it.
Okay, blast away.
I'm assuming a 21 hits.
A 21 absolutely slams into this creature.
Oh, ignored that. Random twos. 15 damage.
15 damage. As this creature is in the process of walking away with an arrow halfway protruding out of his back, broken in half, your Eldritch Blast slams it, pushing that arrow further into his body. How do you kill it?
I just blast her right in the back, aiming for the spinal cord. Trying to take as much of it out as possible.
You do so, and the creature falls to the floor and under its own momentum slides a little bit, grinding on the loose stone and gravel. Would that be your turn?
That is my turn.
Drow number 7 is not on the board. I gave that surprise away. Shit. Okay, so you guys know that coming down from here... Forgot I had his activity on. Whoops. You begin to hear movement. Grognar, you would see... Actually, are you at 60 feet? Nope, you wouldn't see.
Nope, that's 80.
You wouldn't see, but he sees you. And he rises up a hand crossbow.
He's also in darkness.
Yeah, he is not in darkness.
Nope, I'm not.
Oh, Gragnar, sorry. My bad. I saw Asher get grabbed and when you said that, my bad.
No, he was
I was
measuring.
Grab me.
Yeah, I was
Alright.
measuring.
So, with a 22 to hit on the hand crossbow, as a bolt
succeeds.
slams into Grognar's hip for 5 piercing damage as you feel this pulsating effect into your thigh. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, cool. That's not what I'm gonna do. 15.
Beautiful. You feel it pulsating and burn, but it doesn't seem to stay. It doesn't have a long-lasting effect on you. That will be that turn. That moves us to Drow number 6, who's the one over...
Frog?
I mean,
Oh, wait, no, it's not within 60 feet. Never mind, I can't do it.
All right, so he doesn't know Asher's there. So you know what? Let's have some fun with some flavor here. As this guy runs across your attack bubble, Asher, go ahead and give me an opportunity attack if you want. You don't have to.
yeah, because he's not gonna it's gonna fuck with him. I'm here for the memes of it. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll quickly draw my rapier and slash at him.
Sure. A nasty hit.
27. For 8 points of damage.
This creature, as you walk past, or as he walks or hustles past you, you take your rapier out and you slash in that general direction. He's clearly surprised by that. And he's going to shoot a crossbow in your general direction with disadvantage.
Awesome.
A 9 doesn't do it as his bolt slams into the wall on the opposite end of you, which takes us to Myth.
Can I say something as I slash at him?
Sure.
If they even speak common, I'm just gonna say gotcha.
All right, Myth, you're up.
Because I'm the only one who's... Shit, that's not the thing I was wondering. Why is it zooming in like that? That's weird. Okay. One moment here. My movement's being weird. Alright, why is it... Is there any... Sorry. I apparently cannot move back or forth, so give me a second. I can only move sideways. According to my keys.
Oh, it's a crab walk.
Is
right now.
Reen
Just
on
turns into a
top?
crab.
Basically, for my computer right now, it is. Is Reen on top or is Reen still climbing?
He has his hand on the ledge. He's about to pull himself up on his next turn.
Okay. Mist going just kind of turn around and pick up the torch himself as he just sees a wall of darkness in front of him. God damn it, not this shite again! And I guess as he kind of turns to pick up the torch that Kane dropped, sees
Okay.
Reen, I guess he'll go to help Reen up
Okay.
because he can't see anything right now without the torch, anyways. To
Gotcha.
start with.
Myth
Um,
extends his hand to you, Reen.
All right, pull him up. Pull me up.
So basically, what he just saved for you, Reen, is not using half your movement to pull yourself up. So I'm going to say you are up and standing. That's what he used his action for.
As a Thursday table, we help each other out.
And then, Reen, you're just a regular human, right?
Yep.
All right. Just going to kind of look at the torch, like, I think you'll need this more than me. And just gestures the torch to you and just walks into the darkness. This is like, there's not much he can do.
Absolutely.
And
Awesome.
he'll just, as he just, look, he just spent an entire battle and one orb in the previous fight. He's had a shit with the orb.
Don't
Awesome.
forget, he has the Helm of Telepathy on. If that would help at all.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
Would that be your turn, Myth?
That would be turn, but that does open a question. With Helm of Telepathy, would I be able to gesture where someone is in the darkness with it?
That's
I
a good
mean, you
question.
could gesture regardless of whatever happens within dark. If you're looking to melee or shoot someone, it's always going to be a disadvantage, regardless if you tell someone where they are. Because
But he would at least have a decent idea where they're at.
Yeah. Okay, let me rephrase it. With the helm while in the darkness, could I tell who's maybe friend or foe?
of course. Let me just re-verify the text of the helm real quick, just to make
Okay,
sure I'm
yeah.
doing my due diligence.
This sounds
here.
like a really, really niche thing. I wonder if. I mean, I'm sure it's come up before, but this sounds very niche.
Says here, wearing the helm uses action, detect thoughts spell, DC 13, as long as you maintain concentration, blah, 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 blah. You can use a bonus action to send telepathic messages to a creature that you focus on. It can reply as well, using a bonus action to do so. While you focus continues. While focusing on a creature to detect thoughts, you can use an action to cast suggestion. Once you use suggestion properly, can't blah, blah, blah. So no, it doesn't.
Okay, I wouldn't be able to. I would have to see them first. So yeah, I wouldn't be able to. Dang. Oh well.
Wait. So he can. Does this?
I have to see them for the helm to work.
No, because you can use this spell to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see.
That's the spell. I'm looking at the helm.
Yeah. It's the.
I understand. Sorry, my bad.
You would
Yeah,
cast
I would have
the
to-
detect thoughts spell. So whatever the text is for detect thoughts.
Yeah.
If it says people that you can't see, then that's fine, because that's what the spell does.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
But the spell takes my action, which is what
Mhm.
I would need to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they could move, and now I don't know where the fuck they're at again.
Correct.
Yes.
So it's effectively, well, if I can't see them, or in this niche instance, it's useless. I can't really use it to my advantage.
I mean, it's
Okay.
not necessarily useless, but yeah, I see what you're saying. But
I
would
was
that
not sure if it'd
would that be
helpful.
your turn though?
Yeah, that would be turn.
All right, then drow number 3 is going to come in. Is he though?
Is he?
Is he though? I mean, he's got an arrow in him. He's going to be a little bit more defensive, I'm guessing. He's just going to haul ass out and away his full range, sort of. And he'll pull up his hand crossbow, ready to fire. That takes us to Reen. You're up, buddy.
All right, so I got my sword is sheathed a little bit, so I got the torch and just my shield right now. I'm going to. I'm going to go. Just gonna go right here.
Absolutely. And you see everything that you see that's within the... oh, you have the torch on you, right?
Yeah.
Let me fix that. There you go. The yellow is what your torch radius is. In fact, I got to move it back one spot. There we go.
I'm assuming by my cover, I would
Yeah.
still be concealed from it.
I think you're within the radius enough with a really small cover that it would probably pop you out of your invisibility there.
Okay.
All right, that's the end of my turn.
Roger. Takes us to Asher. You're up.
I'm going to sheath my rapier and shoot Drow 6 with my longbow.
Do it to it as you pop up and he looks at you and his red eyes open up like,
Yeah. 22.
oh yeah.
I'm going to use my piercer feat to reroll the damage
Sure.
for 7 points of damage. Plus the 80 taking 4.
How do you kill him?
Pretty fuck. As he gasps and his mouth opens, I loose the arrow and the arrow just goes into his mouth and out the
Yep.
back of his head.
And he quickly falls to the
Like
floor.
Caleb.
Really?
Do what?
Look at Caleb's camera.
That's awesome.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sorry, I had to.
It's all good. I'm all about it. Asher, would that be your turn?
I'm going to move so that way I'm outside of the torchlight too.
Absolutely.
That's my new
Wonderful.
way of sharing memes. Just gonna put it as my background.
All right.
I'm trying
As
to figure out where I'm going.
Asher is moving, Kane, you are up.
Okay, so Kane's in darkness. He knows there's a dude in front of him, but he doesn't know he's gone. So Kane's gonna do what Kane generally does in darkness. Head in one direction. 2, 3. And I guessing he hits the wall,
Yep. Hit a little stalagmite. Like, oh shit.
and he will work his way over here. Then come out of the darkness.
And you see a drow trying to take some cover poorly behind a small stalagmite.
Kane will pull out his light. Oh no, I got a heavy crossbow. Ain't that right? I would have to drop my sword to pull it out.
You could sheathe your sword.
No, I used all my movement. If I sheath my sword, that's
Yeah, okay. That's a question.
unless I can do that as a bonus action.
I feel like
No,
sheathing
it's
a
Kane's
sword
just gonna
shouldn't
do
take
take another movement. And just go up to this like, hey bro, let's do this. And that's it.
How it do, dog?
Awesome.
fucking Grognar.
So wait
Can
for
we
it.
kill him yet?
All right. So next up we have drow number 2. Oh, he's right in front of you already. Fuck it. Let's send it, right? He'll pull out a short sword and attempt to stab you in the belly with it. With an 18 to hit.
That's yep, that hits.
5 piercing damage sinks into your belly. Roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
5. Don't sound too excited, Frog.
Well, see, there's 2 conditions of this poison.
Oh joy.
As you get stabbed in the belly. So here's what I'm gonna flavor it here. Right? So he goes to stab you in the belly, and as he's stabbing you in the belly, you're kind of winding up for an attack of your own, flavor-wise, right? He kind of catches your wrist with his hand, you're right, with the blade in the air, and then kind of slides his blade in your belly. That kind of cliche, cool action movie kind of thing. He looks, his red eyes gleaming into your eyes, and slowly you start to fade away, and you pass out.
Oh.
You are under the unconscious status at the moment.
Oh no.
Like death saving throws unconscious?
No, he's just unconscious.
Okay.
Yeah, like does this chloroform smell funny to you?
Okay. The only time we've had unconscious come up is when we were rolling death saves.
Yeah,
That's
no,
why
no
I
death
asked.
saves on this. You're
I
just
think
unconscious.
I went unconscious last time I got hit with this shit too.
Yes. And I'm just gonna flip you upside down to represent
No.
that you're fucking passed out.
You
You
almost
do-
died, Thalia.
You do take.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I did.
You do take 5 points. Oh, you already took it out. Never mind. Okay, cool. So that takes us next to Thalia.
So, did we have a long rest after our last engagement?
We had
No.
a short rest.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Fuck.
Yeah, because I have no spells.
I have no spells. I have no lay on hands. I have no
We were-
channel divinity.
We were getting close to like long rest time whenever we encountered these fuckheads. I think.
Didn't we take a short rest after the last fight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's a game?
all of my stuff resets on long rest.
Oh.
But Lay of
Nope.
Hands resets on a short rest.
No, it's long rest.
Really?
I checked.
Dang. You're like, I checked. Trust
So-
me.
Except
These greens are the sphere of darkness, right?
No, the
Or
greens
whatever.
are the torchlight.
And the
The
white
black
is
is
your
the
light.
sphere of darkness.
And then the white is your helmet light
Yeah, which I don't have currently.
currently because you're in the darkness. But once you leave there, it'll take effect.
So, I guess I'm just gonna continue my movement to try and get out, and as soon as I get out, then I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna survey my surroundings.
Absolutely. And you see what you see.
I see Drow 2 standing over the unconscious body of Cain for damn sure.
Is that sacred?
Do not see Asher. Or do I see Asher because of the dim
Well,
light?
the way he's playing his spell, he's allowing you to see him, even though he's invisible to others.
Gotcha. Okay.
well, that is the edge of your dim light, by the way.
Oh,
That's your
oh, okay.
whole light right there.
Gotcha.
Correct.
Light and dim light.
Okay. So I moved. I was back here, right?
15.
Yeah, so this is 15 here. And then I guess since I just see Drow 2 here, I'm going to move another 5, 10, 15. Thank you for whoever's moving that for me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And I
lost it. There it is.
I'm assuming I had my long sword out, so
Sure.
And we're saying that it's an action to re-equip a different thing. Like I sheath longsword, pull out bow. That would be an action.
Typically, it is. I flavor it as a half movement personally.
Okay. Then I guess I will. I guess that's all I do.
All right. Coming up with Grognar next.
Grognar did not like being shot from something he can't see, so he's going to move 5, 10, all the way up to here. Assuming that I can see Drow 7
I'm pretty
now.
sure you're within range. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you're good.
Move my hex to him and then blast him.
Make it happen.
A 7 does not.
7 as you and your Eldritch Blast. What color is it?
It is like a ethereal purplish black.
Flies down the cave walls behind, and it kind of vanishes, and then eventually lands into wall structure behind. You don't even see it. It's that far in. Would that be your turn?
That's my turn.
Drow 7, having ducked under this Eldritch Blast, kind of rolls one square over, and as he pops up, lifts his little wrist rocket with another bolt in your direction.
I want him to hit me.
He unfortunately does not. Reen, you see a bolt fly past your face and into the wall behind you. Drow 7 will use the remainder of his movement to slink on back. That takes us to Myth.
One sec. Let's see here. I am in the darkness. I am just going to keep moving forward now. So, one sec here. Need to get my angle moved here so I can see shit. Alright, there it is. Okay, so it's 5, 10. Can we please leave grids down for a second? Thank you. 10,
Apologize.
15. Okay, about here I'd hit the
The stalagmite. Yep.
slag. Yeah, so I'll move to the side and go, holy shit, I can say again. Not really. I guess I'll move a little further up here because I got 30 feet. That's my last movement. I'll take a pop shot at Drow 3.
Okay.
Or, well, actually,
You'll be able to
he's
see
in
him.
light.
He's in dim
Okay, no,
light, but at least it's enough for you to see him.
Okay, that's why I wanted to check, see if I could see him first.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and take a pop shot off at him.
Your
A
lightning
9 does not hit.
does not hit as it slams the wall behind. A little bit of debris falls on his head, but he's absolutely made aware of your area or your location. Would that be your turn?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Drow 3 will respond with a bolt towards you, Myth.
Okay.
A 10 does not do it as Drow number 3 is like, fuck this. And, he's actually going to take full cover. He's going to try to take as much cover as possible behind this stalagmite. And that leaves us now to Reen, your top of the round.
Alrighty. I'm gonna go right here.
Where do
If I let go of my torch, do I still get the light from it?
I mean, you'll drop it on the floor where it's at without moving it. Or, well, unless you want to drop it there, that's fine too.
When I dash up, do I still get another? Can I still dash again to get more movement on this turn and attack? Or
I mean, dropping the
go
torch
away.
is a free action, so it's not going to take any of your movement or anything like that to drop a torch.
no, I'm saying I already moved 30 though. Can I move 30 again?
You have to use your
No,
dash
no.
action.
I'm gonna drop the torch and I'm gonna dash, and I'm going to attack Drow number 2.
You can't attack if you dash.
Then I'm just going to.
Did you action surge?
Nah, I'm not gonna use action surge for this. We already won pretty much. I'm just gonna go right here and chill.
All right. Asher, you're up.
All right, I am going to move. Right there. Let me see. I would be able to see Drow 7.
Yep.
Because he's like 50 feet away from me. I think.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and shoot him.
Make it happen.
For a 10.
A 10 does not do it as your arrow kind of just slides down the corridor. Would that be your turn?
Yeah, I'm just going to yell out. One's making a run for it.
All right. Kane, you are up, and you're passed out. Drow number 2. Ooh, it would be so easy.
Drow number 2 sees Thalia running full blast at him with a bright ass light on her forehead.
Damn right. And Drow number 2 also sees Reen coming up on him as well. And Drow number 2.
6'3" Thalia in full plate armor,
Yeah.
I believe, is a very scary thing.
With belly button out.
It's
Belly
crop
button out.
top.
Fuck.
We don't king shame around here.
Let's see, Drow number 2 is the one with the fucking darkness spell that's out. He's just gonna drop it because it doesn't clearly need it anymore. I mean, honestly, he's sending it on Reen. He's gonna attack you, but oh my god! That's a crit. 6 piercing damage slides into you. Give me a con save there, Reen.
That could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. I rolled really
Could've,
shitty
yeah.
damage. Is a 15 is good enough. All right, you get stabbed and you feel a slight burn, but you're able to withstand it. Go ahead and make an attack of opportunity, Reen, as this drow is trying to dip behind some cover.
19.
A 19 slides in for 9 damage. A mighty hit. You slice him across his back as he's trying to escape. Ouch. That would be Dahlia's turn.
Thalia is gonna move right there. I counted it. That is not 35. That. Fuck you. I'm positive that's 30. Right? Where was I? I was
think
right here.
you could remove the light token for now. It's going to be an understood statement.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck!
So close.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna shoot Drow 2. Is he behind partial or full cover?
In that current scenario, I'm gonna give him a +2 to his. I'll give him a +3 to his AC. We'll just play it by ear.
What if I move
+2
here, ish, right there?
Yeah, probably a +2 to his armor. He's
Okay.
intentionally kind of butting up against the stalagmite.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to shoot him with my bow,
Get it done.
wherever it is. There it is. Bam.
16 with the +2 to his AC doesn't do it as your arrow clink off the stalagmite and ricochets off. Missed it by 1. Sorry, but
Can we put the light back up there so I can kind of know where it's at? Where my movement.
You're definitely within it.
I know. I need to know where it ends at so I can get out of it.
all right. Would that be your turn, Thalia?
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
All
Can I
right.
divine smite on an arrow?
No, melee.
Okay.
That would be
Okay.
awesome, though.
That would be cool.
Grognar,
That was
you're
a
up.
mistake Pathfinder 1E made.
You know, escape Grognar.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, this fucking guy.
It's a 16 hit.
Hit
I'll be right
16
back.
absolutely nails into him. Which one are you shooting at now?
Drow
Ooh.
7, the one that I have hexed,
Okay, got it.
for 18 damage.
Oh
total.
my god, he's running away, kind of turned back to you. As he turns back to you, looking like he's going to cock another shot towards you, your Eldritch Blast hits him center mass. How does he die?
I blast him right in the chest, and as the force damage like caves in his chest, like a black vein just creeps up and finishes off, zapping him dry.
Sexy. And that
then-
happens.
Can I see Drow 3?
Yeah, you can see him.
I move my hex over to them.
Okay. Right?
That is my turn.
Myth.
1 sec here. Am I able to see Drow 2 from where I'm at right now?
Are you able to see Drow 2 from where you're at? I mean, he's tight against the stalagmite. You saw Thalia shoot at him, so I'm going to reasonably say you can easily triangulate. Sure.
Okay.
Wait a minute. No, because he's in darkness.
Oh, is he? Okay. All right, then that answers that. So I can't see any Drow then, regardless of where I move. I guess I'll just move. Can someone move the red hand, please? Thank you. I'll just move up 30, as I can't see him regardless, anyways. And that's all she wrote, because I can't
Alright.
see shit.
Drow number 3. Oh man. You know what?
I don't.
Yeah, me either. You know what Drow number 3 is going to do? Because Drow number 2 is who dropped their first darkness. Drow number 3 is going to drop a darkness. And he's going to drop a darkness. Wait, don't go to bed yet. Hold on. Let me do this move first, Cody, alright? I'll kiss you goodnight. He's going to drop a darkness, right? Fucking, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Wait, I thought Drow 3 was the one that dropped it first.
Drow 2 did it first.
was about to say, if he fucking blankets me in darkness again, I'm gonna be so fucking angry.
All right, that takes care of drow number 3. Reen, you're up.
Awesome. Going to. Oh my god, is this guy? Am I gonna get disadvantage to attack him right there?
That's a stalagmite between you and him. I would probably
Yeah,
give
you're-
him higher AC. I'd probably move over one.
Hold on. I can see that there. I was looking at the light.
Yeah, so I'm only going to give him, because he's intentionally hugging the wall there, I'm going to give him like an extra little bit of AC, just so you're aware.
I'm just gonna attack him.
Make it happen. A 14, blink into the rock. Would that be your
That's
turn?
the end of my turn.
All right. Asher.
All right, I, knowing kind of their tactics of dropping darkness and trying to run through it, I am going to try and dash straight through the darkness if I have to.
Yeah, you can.
Question:
yeah, I'll
your
just have to.
dark vision does not go through magical darkness, right?
No, but
Okay,
we
I was just
encountered them before, and they did the same tactic of
Yeah.
dropping a veil of
Okay,
darkness and trying to run. So Asher, knowing that, is just going to use his action to just dash 60 feet through it,
And wait. Yep. I'm picking up what you're
And
throwing
just-
down.
just wait to see Drow 3.
And now we play the waiting game.
Yep.
Kane, you're up.
Kane's unconscious.
All right. Drow number 2 is up. Who is going to disengage?
Damn it!
All right, and that takes care of drow number 2. Thalia, you're up.
Did I see him do that?
100%. He would have clipped through your light for 1 square.
Okay, hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And don't worry about the light hitting me because the darkness will consume it.
40, 45, 50, 55, 60?
Yeah, you may as well move the lights off. I don't think we're going to need them anymore.
I'll need to know Thalia's for whenever she moves.
Well, if I move,
I'm sure combat.
I can't move outside of this darkness here.
Okay, cool.
So you're good for at least 1 turn. I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the dash action and I'm gonna move right. Well, this is up to Frog if I'm gonna actually hit this drow on my way through, but the goal is to get to right here. Like I saw this cave before the darkness went up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go that way. They gotta go that way, right?
We'll flip it up. 50-50. Why don't you roll a d4, odds and evens. Odds, you bounce into them. You'll still make your way through.
Do I just
odds
click
are
one?
the-
Do I just click one?
Yeah, just click on one.
Yeah. Okay.
Odds, you bump into him. No, you just miss him. You didn't realize it, and he didn't realize it for you either.
All right. Then that's my turn.
All right, Gragnar.
Sensing that my hex is still effective, I'm gonna take an attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
All
As
right.
you shoot blindly. Thalia, you hear a beam pass by your head.
Zoop.
And then I move forward into the darkness.
All right, all right, all right. Why don't you roll me in odds and evens? Odds, you bump into him. Odds, you bump into him and still make your way to your square. At least he's now made aware of your position, and you're aware of his position. Well, you're aware of somebody's position.
Woo!
Did
Alright.
I hear that?
Probably.
Okay.
Myth.
Oh god, it's a clusterfuck in that darkness.
So I can't see anything except for everyone going in the darkness. I will, since everyone's going that way, I guess I'll go help Kane. See your 5.
You're my new best friend, Myth.
And I'll go see if I can't wake Kane up.
Yep. How do you do it?
So okay, can you kind of like, is he just sitting there like laid out like he's passed out, or is
Yep.
he like hurt?
Looks like he's
I just
sleeping.
see what happened to him.
It looks like he's
Okay,
sleeping.
so just
Clearly, he's breakdancing. He's on his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
God,
Okay.
it's the times.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I'll kind of like grab him like by kind of like the scruff of his shirt right as collar and kind of like shake him, trying to wake him up.
Kane, you wake up to being shaked.
I'm not your bitch.
Wake the hell! What the hell are you talking about? Get up! And I
Kane
kind of
has
like
back
shove
to
him,
prison.
shove him away. Is that kind of like, yeah?
Kane, you are awake.
Or-
I wonder if anybody gets that reference.
Would that be your turn, Myth?
Yeah, that'll be my turn. And yes, I get the
Round
reference.
number 3. Who doesn't know about Thalia or Asher, just knows about Grognar. Well, potentially. He's going to try to dip around, so 10 feet this way, and try to make his way out. And
Like,
well, actually, no, he
whoa,
doesn't.
is Asher?
He doesn't see Asher because Asher's fucking invisible.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he is going to try to continue to run straight. Let me roll a dice. real quick.
Question.
Yes.
I have a question. Can I use my reaction to try and just sidestep to let him run past me, but just kick out my leg enough to trip him?
Nah. No, unfortunately, I can't. I can't
Aww.
because a reaction. You can't just willingly use a reaction like that. I would say this. I rolled an even. Odds. I've been doing a bounce into you, so he's running past you, and he just kind of misses you. Is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Could he get an attack of opportunity?
If he leaves his square, sure.
Okay.
But that's the end of his movement.
But I'll be able to move for free, and he won't be able to attack me since he has no idea I'm here. Correct?
He doesn't know you're because his mind is elsewhere right now.
Okay.
All right, so that takes us to Reen. Reen, you there?
That is a good question.
Yeah, you probably heard him moving, sure.
Okay.
All right,
making
sounds
sure
like
I heard
Reen might be AFK
behind
for the moment. Let's go with Asher.
I'm going to just sidestep here and then fall back some more. There. And then I'm going to shoot drow number 3 with an arrow.
Do it.
For a 10.
Does not do it as your arrow whips by. The drow is aware an arrow just flew at his head.
Why would
Alright.
he have advantage?
Invisibility.
Wait, yeah, would I have advantage since I am?
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, unless invisibility says you have advantage on attacks.
Attacks? No.
So, that leaves that. Kane, you're up.
Oh crap! And I'm awake.
Does he know what's going
That-
on?
I kind of look around. I don't see any enemies, though. I do see the thing of darkness over there. I look at Myth, and I was like, and I guess Myth is AFK right now.
No, I'm right here.
Okay,
Green's
I kind
AFK.
of point that way.
I'm back. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Kane nods, and Kane just kind of starts moving in that direction.
Drow 3 put up this darkness, right? Or was it Drow 2?
Drow 3.
Drow 3.
Drow 2 already used his.
Gotcha.
And Kane will start moving into the darkness. Screw it.
All right. All right. I assume that is your turn, which takes us to drow number. Actually, Reen, we skipped you, so it's your turn.
I guess realistically, Reen's going to take the shortest path into the darkness, which is 20. He would basically just assume he's going to have to. He's going to kind of go into the darkness and kind of twirl his sword around.
Marco.
Would he be able to hit? Would
Just
he,
like
would
that,
he feel
Thalia.
anything? Because he would go that into the very center of it.
I mean, you're swinging your blade around. Just, yeah. I mean, that's nice flavor context. That's fine. You hear as you're swinging your blade around.
This is going to be a very interesting game of Marco Polo. I don't
Damn
think
right.
it's going to end well for somebody.
Kane went. Draw number 2. Draw number 2's turn. Hearing Reen or hearing something and movement as drow number 2's been standing still and listening, he feels that he's going to take the opportunity. And I mean, he'd go here first. I don't give him a little. Nope. And he will continue to run away.
No.
He should be within the torchlight.
Yep.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
in a torchlight.
Shit. So Myth, you
I
would
bel-
absolutely
No,
see him.
he's not. I don't, unless the torch is dropped. I believe
Yeah,
someone's
the torch
carrying the
is
torch.
Dropped it.
Oh.
Reen dropped the torch.
Dropped it. Was
Okay.
almost on.
I missed that.
Myth
About
right
right
now.
there.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
that takes us to Thalia's next.
Okay.
I'm going to get to right here, and then bam, light happens, and Asher will
Absolutely.
be fully visible.
Yep. You
Once
see
I
the
get to
drow.
that point, I see the drow, and I'm going to move right up to him,
Make it happen.
and I'm gonna longsword the fucker.
These real high
So-
points.
Oh,
yeah!
How do you kill this dude?
Fuck yeah.
I'm just gonna be barreling out, and then just gonna downward slash, and he's just gonna barely an inconvenience.
I, honestly, he was facing Asher's direction. When you did that, you slid him down his back and down his
No,
his
in
shoulder
that
blade.
case, I want to like ram the sword like straight through his sternum.
Absolutely. Asher, you see a blade coming out of his fucking sternum.
And the Amazonian lady that's the same height as me just lifting him up. Respect.
Awesome. That takes us to Grognar.
Does
I think the
go
darkness
away?
disappears now because that was Drow 3.
The Asher's into it.
Well,
Wait. When did he get up there? I missed that. Okay.
Who? Grog?
The Drow 2. He's like way back there.
Yeah, he ran the last, like right before you shish kebab this fucker. He ran that way.
Damn it.
Grognar don't know what to do. Is there any other enemies? Where's Myth?
Asher knows what he's doing.
Can
I'll
you
come back
dash
in
and get
here
him,
looking
Asher?
for
I have 150
20.
foot range on my bow right now.
530.
All
Looking
right.
for Myth.
Yeah.
Do I see Drow 2?
If you're within
He's
60,
in-
then yeah.
Well, no, he's
Okay,
in.
yeah.
Bright
He's in light.
right now.
Yeah, you can see him.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'll move. Freaking bonus action. Move Hex over to an Eldritch Blast.
All right. Make it
With a
happen.
with a natural 20.
Oh,
'cause I
yeah.
forgot to take off disadvantage.
Crit that bitch. Yeah, he's fucking. May I flavor this one?
Feel free.
You charge and cock that one back, and you hit the back of this creature with such force that the front end of his chest just opens under left. Like imagine you punched him so hard that the other side of him just erupts open like a mini fucking grenade. Boom! And he rolls under his own speed. He's fucking Dunskies. And that
That was
concludes.
22 damage.
That concludes combat, and that's where we're gonna take our first 10-minute break, dudes and dudettes. So feel free.
That works
Let's.
perfectly because I just DC'd from tabletop.
I see that. Let's make it. Let's make it 25 after, just because I have to use the restroom.
Copy that.
All right, guys.
Yeah, Roger.
Catch you in about 12 or so minutes.
Grognor useful
That
to
was
you now,
fucking
skinny
cool.
man?
Do what?
Is Grognor now useful to party, skinny man?
You have your moments. I still don't trust you.
Cannot blame. Orcs are very mean. Rude? Rude.
No, they're fucking garbage. Yeah, you don't know about Asher's backstory. And you haven't seen all of his fucking torture scars.
Nope.
Yeah.
As far as my character knows, you just strongly dislike his shield
Yeah.
thrower.
Yeah.
So, on a side note, sorry, check the main chat for Discord.
What?
Check the Discord gen chat.
Oh God. What?
Jesus. Oh my god.
I'm gonna go make that food. When Dahlia comes back and kills you, I expect to see 5 dead bodies.
Oh Jesus! And I just added Thalia so she sees
Oh yeah,
it.
this
Sees it.
when there's the whole Grognar Thalia joke, I sat there, zoomed in on their tokens, took the screenshot, and then went to editing to try to do it.
Oh my god! You're a monster. You're fucking great. I love it. The Thursday table makes me feel like an alcoholic. Because on the Tuesday table, I have a drinking buddy, Steven. On the Thursday table, I just drink by myself.
I mean, look, if I wasn't in the
it's water,
truck, I
but
if I was at my own house, oh fuck yeah, I'd get a drink with you.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Unfortunately, something about being in a vehicle and having to drive first thing in the morning.
I mean, it'd be out of your system. You're just a bitch.
I mean, hangovers and waking up at 2, 3 in the morning.
In the morning.
What? Plus, I mean, is that your truck or is that a company truck?
Company truck.
I'm just giving Myth shit. I really don't.
Yeah.
care. I'm just busting his balls.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's like I can hold my liquor and all that, but I'm still gonna be drunk after drinking till like 10, 11 at night and waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm still gonna be fucking buzzed, depending on how much I drink.
I only ever have like 2.
Okay.
Aces.
I know.
Right? Y'all should see once I get off of here, I just go and like binge drink.
Well, on some nights that could be understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Like the
If
hag.
we
I
The
can't
night that
guy
deals with the
hags. I'm just going
hag.
down this entire case of Natty Light.
Yeah.
when the
Oh
When
god.
the
if I was
Thirsty group
down
is
with an
mentioned.
entire case of Natty Light. Fuck.
when the Thursday group encounters a hag, the entire 30 pack of Natty suddenly disappears.
Well, no, it's Asher goes into a murderous rampage and accidentally kills Myth too.
I think you. Well, no, if it was Grognar, it wouldn't be accident.
No, with Grognar, there is premeditation, first degree murder. Myth, he could at least get pled down to manslaughter.
I mean, it wouldn't even be manslaughter. It'd be just deserved.
Or would it be animal cruelty since you're technically a dragon?
So, I'm not. So, not actually like actual D&D wise here and all stuff. Kobolds are more draconic than
I know.
actual Dragonborn.
I know. Which is
Okay.
fucking stupid.
Yes and no.
Wait,
Uh,
Their name
Right.
is Dragonborn, okay?
Yeah. But that was given to them by humans.
the thing is,
Humans called them that because it's
No, lore-wise,
Thalia seen it, yeah.
Dragonborn were made by dragons to be their slaves on their own
Yes.
little world,
Yes,
and then
they were
came
made
with
from
the-
magic. They were made from
Yeah.
magic. Kobolds come straight. Literally, I can't remember which draconic god did it, but basically, literally, like slit its wrist.
Yeah,
The
and now
blood of it fell, and kobolds rose from its blood.
Well, yeah, and technically, anytime there's dragon blood hits the ground, a kobold can pop out of it.
What? And here's the thing though. In design element wise, like
I'm gonna go back to my.
like in the D&D, first of all, design element wise, Dragonborns were created to give players the half,
Yeah,
pretty much a half dragon race.
yeah, they
Because
just bed with it.
the half dragon template made your character way too powerful.
Well, yeah,
Secondly, going back to the D&D MTG set that just released a few months ago, all the Dragonborn character cards, like Nadar, the Dragonborn Paladin,
mm-hmm.
it's his creature type is Dragon Knight.
Yeah,
That's also MTG, which they call a lot of things different stuff.
yeah.
Side note, we all need to be quiet until someone realizes Discord.
Yeah.
What happened?
Just check general chat.
What happened?
Just check the general chat.
Yeah, you really need to check the general chat.
You really need to check it.
Oh my god.
You could murder him. Asher might even help you murder Myth. As long as you help him get rid of
Grognar
Grognar's
did not
body.
consent, Thalia.
What?
Do not blame Grognar for this.
Grognar's
Thalia also doesn't
It's you.
consent. You know, it is morally wrong to ship two unwilling characters, just saying. They already
Internet
they
doesn't
had
care.
this
No,
discussion.
no. Grognar
They had
would
this
be
discussion
down for it.
in Critical Role.
Me as a player am not.
I mean, yeah. It's still funny, though.
Like,
Is it though?
Grognar
Maybe
finds
giggle.
any female as attractive and possible mate.
That's kind of rapey, bro.
Yeah, that is
What?
actually.
That's
What?
very
He
rapey.
will not rape a
Super
woman.
That's not kind of
rapey.
very.
Yeah, that's super rapey, bro.
He will not
Asher will
rape
straight
them.
up. That will be the time Asher legitimately murders you. Like, I know I
Look.
joke about it, but if you tried some shit like that because it's what your character would do,
Yeah.
I will attack you.
Rape is
Let me put it this way.
not okay.
He may
Thalia's
be a
already
criminal.
been emotionally raped by the fucking
Like,
hag.
I will drain.
If
all
you
of-
touch her, she will cut your face off.
yeah, and Asher
He
will.
may
help.
be a criminal, but he's not that kind of criminal.
Like, listen, Grognar, Asher needs a new coin purse, and your nutsack would be really fucking good as one.
What the fuck?
Grognar, I'm just gonna suggest you be quiet. You're only digging your hole deeper,
yeah.
trying to
You're
justify what
always
you just
only
said.
getting deeper. Your
Just gonna
character
say, just
gives
because
off
I understand-
prostitutes
vibes.
doesn't mean anything.
Grognar,
Alright, Grognar, at this
I
point,
understand
while
what
your
you were
hole's so
trying
deep,
to
you might
say.
as well be singing Secret Tunnel.
Yeah,
Secret tunnel! Secret
Yeah,
tunnel!
You're gonna die.
Oh god.
Well, this
Asher
isn't
tripped.
in character conversations, so
I'm just letting you know, out of character, if you pull some shit like that in character, my character is morally and legally obligated to murder you.
my character will not. The lowest he will go is a prostitute. That's how I'll put it.
Wait. What?
So creepy.
That
That's,
is really
that
creepy.
sounds really fucking bad because you phrased that terribly. I know you meant you would buy one, but it still sounded like you would purchase their services, but it still sounded really rapey with the way you phrased it.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, I know
all
what
you
you
said was
meant.
the lowest I'll go is a prostitute, and I'm just like, well, I mean,
We know he meant he would purchase their services.
yeah,
It still sounded really rapey.
phrasing.
It sounded
Grognar,
wrong.
work
I will
on your
get- I will
phrasing.
understand.
Just work on your
Yeah.
phrasing. That's all
Yeah,
we're
work-
asking.
Well,
Phrasing,
I try and phrase it, and you guys cut me off. So, like, I
I
can't
didn't
say
cut
anything.
you off! You
It was
just said
mostly
the
this
lowest
one.
I'd go is a prostitute, and then stopped talking.
Mithrax.
Myth. Okay, because you're pointing
Myth is
up
right
on
here for me.
pointing up, and I'm the on my screen. I'm the one above you.
For
It's
me,
like-
it's Kane beside me, Thalia below me, then you below Kane, and then Myth on the other side of
Yeah,
of
Myth is
Kane.
like right there for me.
Okay, so
It
yeah,
goes
then
Asher, Kane, Myth, Thalia, me, Fate, Frog, the bot.
yeah, no,
Frog is fine.
Asher, me, Frog, Kane,
Frog,
Thalia,
Wait, why do you have two frogs?
Frog
Frog.
and frog.
Frog.
Frog, Kane,
Oh, okay.
Thalia, bots, and then Rain.
I love how we're having discussions where we're located on our Discord.
Yeah, we're
screen.
never gonna remember who all is.
this
ever.
is what I'm saying. I don't know, like this is the way my setup is. Oh fuck! I should not have clicked on that.
Yeah,
Oh my god!
Inception.
Okay, there we go. All right, we're unfucked now. I think.
All right, I'm disconnecting. I'm not watching that.
Yeah, no, oh god, that was a terrible.
Frog's
life
gonna
choice.
get back here and he's just
Gave
gonna
me a-
see my background with the middle finger. It's gonna be great.
It
But
made me
things were
understand.
made.
All right, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta pee.
Where's my fucking sandwich, Subway?
What?
I ordered a sandwich from Subway and they still haven't showed up.
I mean,
Probably
Almost an
listen,
hour ago.
I'll give you a discounted 5-inch.
Fuck you.
Someone telling them
That was
themselves.
Speaking of Subway, have you seen the freaking
That was the
airdrop
joke.
Subway?
Huh?
Where
I'm gonna
sandwich, have you seen the freaking airdrop Subway that takes out the farmer?
No.
Yeah.
I
So
really need to pee, but
there-
I'm
there's
also
a-
curious.
there's a crop plane that's basically flying across, and basically some farmers in the field pay a guy to go get Subway for him, and he'll literally sit there as he's flying low in the crop, throws their sandwiches out the side of the plane wrapped up, and they catch it in the fields. Well, one guy went to go catch it, misjudged it, and the sandwich clocks him in the head, and you just see his body drop from the fucking sandwich clock him in the head. So you have the crop plane flying across. You can see the sandwich get tossed out the window on the side, and you can see the farmer like he's backing up to catch it, didn't back up quite far enough, misses the catch, and it slams right into his head. You just see him drop.
Huh. So I'm
Hey,
gonna
you
be
can prob-
completely honest. When Thalia said, "Where's my Subway? Where you at, Subway?" I thought he was talking to me because straight up, I used to work at Subway. I was like, "How the fuck did you know I worked at Subway? What the fuck?"
The helm of telepathy.
I don't know. Where's my fucking steak?
This is the helm of telepathy right here.
Hey, you were too far and it was already closed. I'm sorry. Trust me, I wanted
Apparent-
to take it.
Literally, as I said that, they texted me and told me that they're out of bread for another 30 minutes. So I have to wait until 8 o'clock to get my fucking sandwich that I ordered at 6:30.
I would just demand a full refund at that point.
Nah.
You're 2 hours behind me. Jeez.
Yeah. I
I'm
live.
just
I
enjoying
think
beef
everybody is in a
stroganoff.
completely different time zone than I am.
I'm in the same as Asher, and oh, you said from you. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in the
this-
mountain. I'm in the mountain time zone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm an hour behind you.
I'm central.
I'm central.
Eastern.
Yeah. So, Kane, if you're central, you're an hour ahead of him.
Yeah.
We're an hour behind Frog.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Turn that off. Oh, it doesn't change the size of the picture. I wonder if I can make this work.
Bro, beef stroganoff is so good.
Hello.
That's what she said.
Was that Frog?
Ribbit.
Okay.
Saul, dude.
We can't keep talking trash, guys.
Sup?
Find out.
Oh god, that's backwards. I live right here.
In Colorado?
Right
Yeah.
here.
Literally right here. Like right in the center of the fucking state. In
What kind
Colorado
of-
So
Springs.
if you move to your left, so you're covering the East Coast. Like move it so you're okay. So right, Missouri, the little move your hand down to over Missouri, where the Mississippi River is.
It's where your
Mark,
elbow
move your
is.
hand closer to you.
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay. Now move your finger. Keep going further to your left. Keep going. Keep going to the edge of Missouri. Right there. St. Louis. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, people
So
live there?
move your hand down.
Yes, people live there. Amazingly enough.
Keep going. About. Oh, you're a little too far south. Move it up. Now move it a little bit towards you.
It's my camera's
Yeah,
having issues.
Well, it's kind of there in the bottom corner.
I feel like we're
Pointer.
playing Carmen San Diego here or some shit.
What the fuck
Let me
is that?
let me get
I mean,
my
this is a lot better than the fucking conversation that started with.
so pointing.
Yeah, Grognar got a little fucking weird.
Y'all made it fucking weird.
Sword?
No, you made it fucking weird.
Yeah, you got pretty rapey.
I have
I
no
did
idea
not
what
make
I
it
missed.
rapey.
Grognar is
I don't care.
okay. Grognar is something.
Something. It was weird.
So I'm in basically south. I'm around southwest central Mississippi, kind of.
I'm turning back to the fuck you. Cause fuck
Fuck you too.
All right, everyone's back. I'm a
you. There we
guessing.
go.
Yep.
All right, team. Stream is back on. Let's get the AFK screen off. All right, guys. As the last drow can be heard, bones cracking and goo hitting floor. Sorry, I just looked at the cameras, and that's just the weirdest shit ever.
This is wifey. This is husbando.
Uh-huh. So you guys hear the splash of goo hit the floor as Grognar's fingertips kind of sizzle just for a brief moment. He turns over his shoulder with a cracked smile, looking at the rest of the party.
So, who's ready for supper?
Grognar, I can barely hear you.
Who's ready for supper?
Fucking Grognar.
We're not eating them.
The torch on the floor crackles and pops, and it looks like because of it being on the floor, starts to slowly dim. It's not off, but it seems to be on the way out.
Mitch will move over to grab the torch.
You grab the torch, and the fire is allowed to breathe and begins to kind of light up to its potential again.
Is there any way? Does anybody have the alarm spell? Can we like take a long rest? Cause I'm really fucking tired.
Yeah. Frog, if I look down this like tunnel, how far down does it go? Is it a straight line, or is there any type of bend in it?
It's got twists and turns.
The one that I'm in.
Yeah, it's got twists and turns in it. It's long though.
Okay. I'm not seeing anything like within my dark vision range, so I'll fall back to the that drow number 7 that was killed over here, and I'm gonna check him out. I can just roll his body, see what he had on him.
Yeah, you roll his body over and kind of spreads the little pool of blood that's left behind. In his hand, where he was holding his hand, there's a hand crossbow on the ground, and approximately one bolt left, with a short sword that's still kind of attached to his hip, a small pouch, and some crude metal linked, like basically he's like wearing a chain shirt, but it's a very crude design links.
All right, I'll open up the pouch and see what's in there.
Sure. You pull out the pouch and you hear jingling as your dark vision eyes, kind of zoom in on what's in the bag. You kind of turn the bag over into your palm, and these little chips come out. These chips are very circular in design, very similar to coins, except there seems to be engravings on them. These engravings seem to feature depictions of what appears to be arachnid shaped in general. And they're in different colors of stone, like a rust colored stone. Another one's like a pitch black stone. Another one is like a shale, kind of a rock, and it seems to be shaped in like the shapes of coin.
Can I look at them and try
Absolutely.
to determine if I understand what they mean or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you with your knowledge of societies and nobility, I'm gonna give that one to you. It looks like this is a form of currency for the Drow civilization.
Okay.
So now we need to figure out what the exchange rate for Drow coin is.
If I check his short sword, does it have like the poison that's on it that was on the other ones?
There appears to be a residue on it.
But if I check all of them, none of them have any type of like poison pouch with them, or like their sheaths don't have something that like they can transfer the poison from or anything like that.
Is it an enchantment or is it an actual thing that they coat their swords with?
You're welcome to do an investigation.
Can I assist him with that since I'm looking too?
Sure.
Okay, investigation.
I mean, you look around, there doesn't seem to be any kind of outside of what I just explained, like a pouch with some chips in it. All the other drows seem to share a very similar setup, although be it different aesthetic designs.
That's all for a nat 20?
Yeah, what do you want me to... He has the biggest diamond hidden in his butthole. I mean, yeah, that's all there is.
Okay, alright. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's all they're carrying. These guys are nobodies. What do you expect?
I was like, is green. It means nat 20. Give me
that
all
means
the knowledge.
Yeah, that's all they have on them. I mean, one of them has a tattoo.
I understand. Okay. What is the tattoo?
It's like in the shape of an arachnid.
Alright, he's got a fetish for lol. Got it.
If I examine the poison, could I see if it came from something that's like I do like kind of like a nature check to see if I could maybe kind of figure out what it would come from?
You could absolutely do a nature check. I'm not going to deny you that.
I don't know. I'm just trying to see if it's came in from like some type of plant or maybe an animal poison. 9. I have probably no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems to have a coating, but really, it's almost like it was painted on versus being dripped on. It looks like it's adhering to the tips of these short swords, like it's like discolored at the very tip.
You know what? I'm going to take one of the short swords.
Sure. Where do you put it?
I'm going to see if anyone wants to take my hand axe, and I'm going to put it on my belt. Then I'll have a rapier, a short sword, and like 2 daggers.
Grockner will take
my longbow. All right, I'll give Grognar the axe. You can borrow that for a minute, and I'll let everyone know that like, hey, their short swords are poisonous. If anyone else wants to take one. So, and they all had hand crossbows, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna take one of their hand crossbows and see how many poisoned bolts I can find for it.
I mean, you could definitely assume that they're poisoned, sure. And amongst all of them together, you pool about 17 bolts.
Do any of them like have like the residue like the swords have?
You could roll an investigation for me.
Okay. 10.
I mean, they're a different shape. They're not really made of metal. The tips seem to be more stone. It looks different. They share a patterning on the tip of on the tip. It could be somewhat reminiscent to the same residue.
I'm gonna disregard taking the crossbow bolts, but I will let them know that there might be poison on them if anyone else wants to take like a hand crossbow. And I'll set all the bolts and stuff up by the party to see if they want to take them.
All right, party. Asher is kind of pulling all the bolts together as he's collected about 17 of them. He explains what he said. What do you guys want to do?
Take a hand crossbow, just to have an extra hand crossbow, instead of just also carrying the heavy crossbow that I got from the dwarves. And yeah, whatever bolts. I mean, I still have plenty of bolts because I kind of restocked all that back at the when we suited up before coming out here. So yeah.
All right. So what's the plan then, guys? What are we going to be doing?
I think we were going to try and
I vote
attempt a long
long
rest.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause it's been a while since we've had one, so
and the drow felt safe enough to camp here, so
we'd also set up a watch at this tunnel entrance.
yeah.
We have a choke point to guard against.
This obviously isn't the main base area, though. I take it, right?
Well, no, but
What if we all slept with like our back, like we are all facing? Do we have the? No, we don't. Like what if we all sat on these sides of the stalactites? That way, at least if somebody's like glancing through, they don't see us.
oh yeah, like at the other end of the room by like the where we climbed up from.
Like we're facing the way we came from, so that way they only see the stalactites and
Can you put
stalagmites.
your token like what you're saying? So we all sleep with our back to a stalactite.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
You know.
And I can sleep closer to the entrance to this other cave tunnel.
Yeah, like
since they won't be able to see me.
what if you were to put like right there?
Yeah. And
Or even better probably would be like right here.
yeah,
That way
because
within this kind of lip area, and then they actually have to come out and you have like the direct back.
yeah,
the front
and yeah, and they won't be able to see me or anything, so that'll work. And do we want to do any type of rotating shifts or anything for watches?
Well, only those with us that have dark vision should probably keep watch. So,
Okay.
Thalia and
Yeah.
Reen.
And myth would be useless, but I can take watch.
I can take
Ragnar
watch.
could take watch, and you could take watch. So we could split that up.
The thumbs
Each
up.
do 3 hours.
3 2 hours, yeah.
Grognar would
Yeah.
inform you he's fine with only having a short rest. He can take 2 watches.
Well, you still need a long rest not to not get exhausted.
Yeah.
Well, we rested less than a day ago. Long rest.
As this conversation is happening, you guys all witness Grognar rolling drow bodies off the 100-foot cliff.
Maybe don't.
Splat.
That's going to be a loud noise.
Splat.
Splat. Splat.
Grog, maybe
Whoop,
stop.
whoop.
Oh, he's already got like 2 or 3 bodies down. There's only maybe 2 left.
I imagine it's pretty loud that they've been dropping.
Nah, you're 100 feet down or 100 feet up. I mean, even if you hear the sound, it shouldn't be incredible. It's not like thunder or anything like that.
Okay.
Did someone say thunder? No.
Thunderclap.
Asher's going to contemplate shooting Grognar with an arrow just because he doesn't like orcs. And then just try and make
Actually shoot
the
Myth.
floors comfortable. Yeah, accidentally shoot Myth in the ass.
Yeah, he's going to be contemplating to shoot Grognar and somehow shoot Myth instead.
I am going to be over in my little corner. I am going to test out like the new short sword that I got just to kind of see how it feels. And then, yeah, just be posted up in my corner.
Okay. As you all begin to button down and
Grog, this is for you.
What does it say? I can't see part of it.
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
as
Oh, nice.
as you guys are getting ready to button down on first watch, during first watch, you guys, you hear just as the cave itself has this natural kind of wind tunnel ambiance, but like more of a breeze than wind. as you hear air pressure just kind of relocating itself, moving around. Within about 2 hours of your first watch, who's officially asleep at this point? 2 hours in.
Me.
Rather, let me rephrase the question. Who's awake?
I'll take first watch.
Yeah.
All right, so Kane, give you know what? Give me a perception check with no disadvantage because there's more than just audio here. Give me a perception check.
6.
Pretty straightforward. Actually, this is going to happen with a 5 or more. You feel a slight vibration in the floor and walls. Now, we're not talking earthquake. We're literally talking like a cell phone going off on a desk kind of vibration. It seems to kind of come in and kind of just trail off.
Is it something that's all around me?
No, I mean, it seems to be more on the wall than anything. But it is a vibration that can be felt in your circumference. I'll even draw a circle. Let's say,
What happened? Sorry.
Basically, Kane feels a slight tremor,
Okay.
like a cell phone tremor.
Yeah, Kane's just gonna kind of back away to here and.
Am I still sleeping?
You tell me. You have the ability to flavor it if you wish you want to wake up. That's up to you. It will interfere with your long rest.
I think Thalia is pretty fucking exhausted. So
She
she's
sleeps
gonna be
straight
out.
on through. Absolutely, as the vibration just kind of rocks you to bed.
Kane just kind of monitors this area. He'll probably back over to here though.
Another hour passes by, and from that same general area, you'll see a couple of pebbles of like loose rock on the ground, like smaller stones, start to kind of just a little bit, and then kind of dissipates.
Okay. Kane's gonna wake Thalia up, and it's like, okay, hold on, cause that's like if it was just kind of like shaking, just a little bit, he wouldn't have done anything. But seeing pebbles move, it's like, nope. So, Kane wakes Thalia up. It's like, Thalia, you need to move.
What do you mean?
The walls are shaking.
Groggily, she's gonna attempt to try to, I don't know, just stand up, I guess.
Kane will assist.
Sure.
And I'm gonna just move you back over here with Reen.
Okay. I'm gonna just stay 5 feet away from Reen, because I still want to
That's fine. That's fine. And Kane's just gonna go wake up. Who was supposed to be after Kane?
Asher.
Kane's gonna go wake up Asher. Let him know about the vibrating walls and pebbles falling over in this direction. And he's gonna go down here. Because that's 3 hours. He's gonna go try and get a long rest in and let Asher be the steward over us.
Asher groggily is going to get up, abandon his plan for the night for where he was going to do with watch, and try and move to where he can see this area and the hallway too. Yeah, he's just kind of going to be hanging out right here and patrolling around the keeping an eye on this area, and then also walking back up to the tunnel to see what he sees over there. And yeah, wondering what the hell the wall's going to be vibrating for, because he hasn't actually seen it vibrate, I don't think.
Nope. An hour and a half, 2 hours into your watch. As you're making a patrol, back to kind of look down this little corridor hallway. What's your range in your dark vision?
60 feet. But knowing they couldn't see me, I probably would go down the hallway just a little bit.
Sure.
Maybe 20, 30 feet.
Roll a perception, please.
I'm supposed to be good at these. Fuck yeah! A nat 20 for a 27.
Sure. Let me illustrate something real quick. So, kind of more of a pillar than a stalagmite. And this is obviously not to scale. This is just representing, like, down the hallway a little bit. So, there's, like, this stalagmite. And any normal person, as you're approaching, any normal person would kind of not see. And you know what? Let's... I'm going to say this as well. I'm going to say this stalagmite is like 100 feet down from where you were to make it fair.
Okay.
So, this is not the scale, so... You know what I mean? So just follow me on the imagery here. So
Okay.
as you get to roughly 10 to 15 feet away from this, and if it wasn't for your keen vision in the dark, you probably wouldn't have noticed. But wrapped around the stalagmite here, or the pillar, whatever you want to call it, you don't see a creature. What you see are like, how do I explain it without making you freak out? I guess you would interpret it as kind of spider legs wrapped around, kind of. But before anything goes on, you hear...
They're going to want to see my face because I don't like spiders.
So you hear... I've been watching you.
They can see me?
You kill really good.
Wait,
Don't like that.
what? Can I...
Well, like in
So
here,
the
I'll turn my
spider-
I'm gonna turn my camera on so I can give you like a little bit more of a visual. Once.
I'm imagining it's a talking spider?
Hold on, we'll get to that. I'm trying to find my fucking camera.
Asher isn't afraid of spiders, but Josh is definitely
I think
afraid.
a talking
doesn't
millipede
spiders.
a lot
All right.
more
So,
hysterical.
do you guys see me? Hello, you see me?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? So, this can represents the pillar, okay? And I gotta take my hand off the push to talk, so follow me on this. So what you see are like, oh, I think I just lost something here. Can you guys hear me? Oh, hello, check 1 2.
Let go of the push truck a little too hard.
Yeah.
No, my
Just
Discord,
fuck your shit.
my Discord just went like haywire. That was really weird. Sorry.
We get it.
It's
You
okay.
don't
We
love
understand.
us.
You just don't want talk to say more.
Let
We
me
get it.
let me try this again.
Blame Asher.
Well, this sucks. For some reason, my camera doesn't want to look at you guys. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, we can see you.
Let me toggle my
Yeah.
camera one more time and then see if it works. Check 1 2. Can you guys see me?
It's loading.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
All
there.
right. It's weird because
Thank
I can't seem to see myself, but if you can see me, that's fine. So, all right. And once again, I got to take my hand off to push to talk, so you have to follow me. So I'm gonna explain it first, and then I'll show you. So it's like spider legs from like the middle knuckle down, kind of doing like.
Okay.
But with that, and it doesn't seem to be moving closer to you at all. But you hear like, you hear the conversation piece. You hear words coming from right around behind the pillar, basically indicating that he's congratulating you in his own sort of way on your previous battle.
Do I see how many legs it is?
Fuck yeah,
is it
8.
legs? Okay, so it is like a spider thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fuck.
Frog, I have a
It's
question.
speaking in common, right?
He is actually speaking in. That's gonna be a bummer if you don't speak one of these two. He's initially gonna speak in Elvish.
I speak Elvish.
Okay, good. Woohoo!
I speak Elvish, Dwarvish, Common, and Goblin.
All right, that's fine. So in Elvish, he says everything that we just discussed. And then pause because I know there's a pending question. So Thalia, what's up?
Do I know that? Do Drider exist?
I don't know. So going back to Asher. So
Oh my god.
What the? What? Wait, hold on, Zarkul. What? You just like had a moment.
They're trying to
I
prevent
can't say
themselves
anything.
from
I'm gonna go
metagaming.
get a drink. I'll be back.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know any of this. Like even like Josh doesn't know what the fuck's going on. What the fuck? I'm gonna take a couple steps back and speak to it in Elvish.
Sure.
What are you? Thanks for the compliment, but what are you?
Please don't be scared of me.
I'm not.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not scared of you. I've never met your kind before.
So as this creature feels like now, mind you, so let me add some context before you ask any questions. So
Okay.
the pillar, let's say, goes up 25 feet. So let's just say the ceiling is about 25 feet high. So these legs start to kind of climb up the pillar. But once again, all you see are the legs kind of scaling. You don't see what's behind the pillar at the moment.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I trust it?
I mean, you don't have to roll an insight. That seems like your own character deliberation at that point.
Well, I meant more of like, can I pick up on if it's like lying to me? I honestly, I don't know. I don't even like. I have no fucking clue.
I mean, you're welcome to roll an insight. I'm not going to stop you from rolling. But yeah, Harry, go ahead. I mean, with the 6, what you do know is this: like, you could understand it. So clearly, its intellect is above normal or above poor. Let's say, it hasn't aggressed towards you. So I guess take that however you feel Asher would take it.
Yeah, I mean, if it hasn't been aggressive towards him, he's going to be a little off put by it, just because he doesn't know what it is. But I mean, he's not going to be aggressive towards it until it does anything. So far, it's been nice. You still haven't answered my question. I'm new to down here. Also, how big? Can I tell how big this thing is by how big the stalagmite is and how big its legs are?
I could easily say that based on what you can deduce from this. It would be in D&D terms, it would be considered a large something.
Okay, so it's like giant size.
It's definitely something.
It's large. As far as grids, it would take 2 across 2 down. It's like a 10-foot grid.
Think of it like big as a horse.
Okay, so like like a horse or like the snake that we dealt with.
Yeah, that size.
Because it was a large creature that took up 10 foot square.
You can ride it.
Yeah.
That square would represent how big it would be in comparison to your token size.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry if I seem like I'm not. I don't know what you are. I'm curious. Do you mind stepping around from the stalagmite so I can see you?
I promise you won't attack me.
Yeah, as long as you don't attack me, bud. We're good. We're copacetic right now.
It kind of so it's long, so it kind of rotates a little bit on the stalagmite pillar, but then kind of reaches over to the wall, and basically kind of like reaches across the gap as if reaching to the next wall to stick, and he sticks to it like spider climb, and then kind of comes over here. Let me mark it.
I backed up like probably 20 feet from this pillar too.
Yeah. No, that's cool. And he looks as he steps out. I'll put a picture of him on the wall.
I do it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Don't know what that is.
From the body up, he looks very drow, very dark elf, except it's different, clearly, as it has more of the bottom half is more spider than drow. But the hair is still very The hair is still very silvery. On his hip, he does seem to have some degree of weaponry, but he doesn't have it wielded at all. He's just kind of, and you see his back legs kind of touch his thorax, or not thorax, his abdomen, and he's kind of putting webs on the wall, just like an anchor point.
Just so you know, Frog, this is gonna haunt Josh's nightmares.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is gonna haunt your nightmares. You should see a lot more shit. Just wait.
You haven't told me what's your name and what are you? I'm sorry, I've just never seen anything. I haven't seen your kind before.
I've been in my former life. They called me Javon.
Javon? Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hello, Javon. Do you still want to be called that, or do you have a new name now?
Don't know. Haven't been called in a while.
Okay. Well, you kind of. Do you know anything about the Drow? I'm Asher, by the way.
Hi. Nice to meet you. He kind of goes up the ceiling a little bit, upside down. He's like 20 feet above you, upside down, looking at you.
Can you stay at one spot, please? It's a little odd. And Asher's going to back up a little bit further.
Ground's not safe. Yeah, I'd rather stay up here.
What's wrong with the ground?
Oh, creepy crawlies, food, money foods, lots of food.
You're not going to eat me, are you?
I don't plan on it. Not after that display. If anything, you've done me a favor.
How so?
Wretched, dirty, stinky, black elves.
Not a fan of the Drow?
Let's just say I've evolved.
Okay. Can you tell us anything about them? Or tell me about anything about them? Like, what do you know about this poison they have on their weapons?
Cheaters and terrible cheats. Take any advantage they get. Don't know what real combat's all about. They'll take any shortcut possible. Don't let it touch you. Nope. Don't let it touch your blood at all. Nope.
Yeah, I know. I got hit by it before, and it was rough being poisoned by it. But I survived. But where does it come from? And is there anything we could do to counteract it?
Roots deep in the earth. Deep. Grows next to obsidian.
Is that what causes it?
No, don't know how it's caused. Just know where it's harvested.
Oh, so the roots are what the poison comes from. That's not an antidote to it. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. Sorry, I asked a lot of questions all at once and got myself confused.
You're a curious pale one.
Yeah. I'm surprised you can see me right now. Most things that use dark vision can't see me.
Don't see you directly. See your footprints.
Okay. So you're very perceptive.
Perhaps.
Okay, I can respect that. I'm pretty perceptive and a hunter myself.
You see his eyes begin to radiate a little bit of a red, and these orbs fly from it and creates dancing lights that float down from the ceiling, illuminating the area with some lights.
Okay, well now we're both on a level playing field. Would you like to come back and speak with my friends, or do you want to just talk with me?
Sure, I'll see your friends. I don't mind. I would love to see them.
Okay.
It's lonely down here. Good conversations.
All right, and we're friends, right?
Sure.
Okay, do you mind walking on the ground with me? I don't want to see you being on the ceiling to freak anybody out.
He goes back to his abdomen, attaches it once again from the ceiling, and does that whole Spider-Man dangle as he comes down to the floor. He stands up in his full glory, and fuck it, here, just for scale and reference, I'll put a mini down 1 second.
See everybody like shaking their head and everything, so I don't know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing, so I'm scared.
I'm not shaking my head at you. That's how I'll put it.
I see, like, Kane's head has been in his hands the entire time, so I don't know if I'm fucking up or not, but I'm terrified.
You're
I am
fine.
letting
look
the
at us.
scene play out.
I feel like I'm fucking up, but I don't know what to do.
I don't know if you're fucking up. Truth be told, I don't know if you're fucking up. I'll go ahead and tell you that.
This is homebrew, so anything can fucking happen. So
Yeah, he
eh.
seems
Yeah.
scary as shit,
I,
but he's being
I,
nice.
I am on edge. I am on
Yeah.
edge.
And
Frog
And
has
I'm also letting it play out.
Frog has thrown me for a loop because he said earlier that chromatic dragons aren't necessarily evil, so that clearly tells me that he is messing with what is established in as far as Forgotten Realms lore is. So I don't even know what's going on.
Question,
But I'm
Frog.
super excited.
You said his name is Jafar?
Javon.
Javon. Okay, not the guy from Aladdin. I was about to say Disney's gonna sue us.
How do you
All right,
spell that,
so
Frog?
Yes, Iago.
Jalon.
Javon. Jevan.
Javon. Jevan. All right, got it. Javon.
At least that's what he used to be called.
Yeah. Do you don't mind if I call you Javon until you pick a new name, right?
Yeah. Never's not much for my name. I'd rather just be called something else. You tell me. What would you like to call me?
For now, how about? I'm gonna look him over. How do you feel about Kevin?
Kevin? What's a Kevin? Never heard Kevin before.
I knew a guy in my small village named Kevin. He was all right. He was a pretty good hunter.
Kevin it is. It feels interesting having a
Yeah.
name.
All right. I've never named someone before. Well, I've never really named anyone before, so that's cool.
So, you say you have friends? Let's go meet them.
Okay, yeah, and you're my friend too, right? For now, at least, right?
I mean, you no harm.
Yeah.
For
and
our
so-
survival, both rest on each other. Why don't we
Right.
make that work? Plus,
Yeah.
these tunnels and corridors are dangerous. They've been my home. I could help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good at scouting, but I have no. I'm gonna be level with you, Kevin. I have no fucking clue what we're doing down here. Well, I know what we're doing, but I don't know my way around here. And I'm talking to him as I'm leading him back. To
Yeah.
the group.
I assume we're walking together, basically.
And I'm gonna be like, Kevin, I'm gonna let everybody know. Right here at the tunnel entrance, and I'm gonna go let my friends know, so that way there's no misunderstanding. I don't want them to shoot first, ask question later. All right, so I'm gonna let them know, and then I'll call for you.
They seem to be unconscious.
We were resting, but we
Javon
tend to-
climbs up the wall like 20 feet.
Okay. You hang out there. I'll be right back.
So careless to sleep, so vulnerable.
Well, I was on watch, so we weren't vulnerable. I mean, I was guarding.
Smell drow blood on the floor.
Yeah, we killed some drow. And I'll be right back. We're gonna wake up Grognar and be like, "Hey, Grog, wake up!" And I kind of kick him. I met
Hello,
a friend
skinny man.
that's a half. You call me skinny man again, I'm gonna stab you. I met a friend that is half spider, half drow. His name is Kevin. He seems pretty interesting. Yeah, he didn't like his original name, so I named him Kevin. He's hanging out. If I look up, is he like above us, or is he still over where I asked him to hang out at?
He's 25 feet up the wall, so he's kind of walking sideways, spider walk kind of style.
Okay, so he didn't wait where I asked him to.
No, he went up 25 feet.
Okay, and then I will, because I know Grog can see in the dark. I'll point to where he's at. That's Kevin. Don't attack him. He's cool right now. And yeah.
Do you
So,
like drow meat, Kevin?
He speaks Elvish. Do you speak Elvish?
You think my character's smart enough to know other languages?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
No.
I ask you in common. Do you speak Elvish?
What dialect
I
is
do
that?
That-
Never heard that speech before.
I assume he's talking to me in common or in Elvish.
Elvish, yeah.
That's common. It's what we all speak, but I know a few different languages. So I'm
Common.
able to communicate with you.
Overworld talk. Is that what you mean?
Yes, above ground talk. Yeah, overworld.
Very
That's what
violent
call it.
people. Violent. Always looking to kill.
Sometimes yes, but it's also a beautiful place with nature and other types of beauty. But so this is Grognar, and I gesture towards Grognar, and I assume his name still sounds like Grognar in Elvish. And this is Grognar. Grognar, this is Kevin, as I switch to common real quick.
Grognar smells different.
He's different, but he's useful in a fight.
He smells like dried mud.
Yeah, he does stink. But Grognar, I was saying common, follow me. And I'm going to go over to Myth.
Grognar follows Skinny Man. Oh,
How do I deselect? I accidentally select.
you're good.
Just click another token and then go back to yours.
Okay, we're good. So then I'm going to go over to Myth and wake him up and be like, hey, Myth, wake up! And I kind of like, kick him in the leg. Is Myth there? Can't hear you, Myth.
Sorry,
Now
I
he's
didn't
up.
realize I was muted. Sorry. Yeah, no.
Dickhead.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm just going to go. Yeah, he's going to go, what the bloody hell? I was sleeping.
I know you were sleeping, but we have a situation. And I tell you basically everything I told Grognar and I tell you in common, and then I ask you, do you speak Elvish?
Elvish, no.
Okay. I'm still looking around. I can still see Kevin, right?
Well, as you turned to, talk to Myth and you turn back to kind of be like, oh, Kevin doesn't seem to be where he just was.
Kevin,
As I
where'd you
rolled
go?
a 27 on my stealth, so.
Jesus Christ.
As you ask, where's Kevin? And look around, and you can see he's actually from a stalactite, or excuse me, stalactite, directly above you guys.
Kevin, you're doing some real sketch behavior that's making. Well,
The hell is that thing?
Can you see him, Myth? There's no light.
Oh,
You would
I'm assuming
see,
Torch is-
you would see red eyes.
Yeah.
okay, yeah. So I was like, what the
that's-
hell is that? As I kind of
that's-
just look up and see eyes looking down.
That's Kevin, and I explained to you what he looked like. And I look over at Kevin and I'm like, hey man, it's not cool. You keep doing stuff I've asked you not to do. It's making us.
Stay still.
Okay, why?
You start to feel a slight tremor in the ground.
What the fuck is that? What is
And
that, Kevin?
shh. And then the tremor goes away.
Kevin?
You must be more careful.
Okay, we're new down here. What the hell was that? I got a
Awful.
lot going on.
Awful creatures. You never want to run into one of them.
I really don't, but I've got a lot going on with having to keep track of these bumbling idiots and Drow, and then now I've met you, and you seem cool, but I'm also on edge because I'm in the middle of a combat zone, and I've been going through some shit lately, so can you please stay where I can see you? I have had a very rough week.
Myth's just going to kind of sit down and kind of just roll back to sleep.
Myth, I
Yes,
need you
like
up
my-
right now and light a fucking torch.
Did
I don't have any.
when Myth exclaimed, "What the
Neither do
fuck
I.
is that?"
I only
does
had
that-
one. Mine's out.
Yeah,
When Myth
it can wake you up.
exclaimed, it did wake me up. Okay.
If you want to, we can flavor it that way. That's
Yes,
fine.
I think so. The other question I had: have I had enough time to re-prepare different spells and/or cantrips.
No, you're only 3/4 through. You're 2/3 through your long rest at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
at like a short rest right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all kind of fucked, but Asher didn't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And I wanted the part, like, he's just going to try and go back to his friends because there's strength in numbers.
Yeah.
He's dealing with a half person, half spider that's creeping him the fuck out. And
All
Asher,
I see is some red eyes.
yeah,
I can't see anything else.
okay, well, Myth, put your hand on my.
I don't have a torch.
Okay, I take your hand and I put it on my shoulder, and I'm like, Myth, stay on me. I can see. I'll get us to the rest of the party, and I'm gonna go over to the rest of the party and keep an eye on Kevin and ask him to stay where I can see him, please.
Okay,
Because-
I guess I'll. So, I guess this is gonna be a question for Frog here. As I kind of
Sure.
build
Myth first, then
look-
Thalia.
look-
What's up? What's your question?
since I've been now in charge of keeping track of Kevin, who I can only see eyes on.
Yeah.
Is he
No.
about to disappear? Do you need me to roll for keep track of him or anything?
We're in flavor context right now, so I'll let you know if you lose sight of him.
Well, no,
Okay.
I was meaning
That's-
just having you follow me. I was keeping eyes on Kevin. I was asking Kevin to stay.
Okay, it
where I
was
could see him.
how you had it worded. It sounded like you're wanting me like watch as you're bugging me
no.
along.
No, sorry. I meant I'm having you with your hand on my shoulder, just following me. And I asked Kevin if he could please stay where I can see him, or where me and Grog can at least see him.
And then
Because
Thalia had a
weak.
question.
Not a question. Now that I'm awake, I want to like move kind of over to here and say, Asher, what the hell is going on?
And I basically just explained to her what I've told the other two of half person, half spider. His name is Kevin because he didn't like his other name, and I got to name him. He's different, and I've never seen anything like him before, but so far he's been nice. He thinks we did a really good job killing the drow. Pretty stealthy, but he's a decent person so far. Don't attack him because he hasn't been hostile. I think he could be a friend. Also, do you speak Elvish? Because he speaks Elvish.
So now for Grog, putting what Asher has told me versus my prior knowledge of Dark Elves, do I understand what a Drider is at all?
I honestly, I don't think you're a surveyor of the Underdark. Like I said, I'm gonna keep it to just knowing Drow society. As far as like rankings, you know that they have a society, and I'll keep it as simple as that. As far as their
Okay.
rituals, their gods. I mean, I'm even willing to give you their god knowledge, but that's probably as far as I'm gonna go. Your backstory doesn't have much Underdark in it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know that he mentioned something about being evolved. I don't know. But do you speak Elvish, and do you have a fucking torch or your light thing or
So-
something?
I'll cast my light cantrip and put it on my helmet again.
And before she casts it, I'll let Kevin know that, hey, we're about to light the area up so everybody can see each other.
Kevin moves behind a stalactite, kind of putting his legs in front, like how we met.
Okay.
I'm gonna move to right here and cast the light cantrip. I do not speak Elvish, Asher.
Okay, because I speak Elvish, so I can talk with him. I know Kane speaks Elvish. We've talked in Elvish before.
Yes.
So
You Can I see-
Undercommon though, right?
I do speak Undercommon. I was going to. Do I see Kevin?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say. Do you understand me in Undercommon?
Impressed, he'll respond. Ooh, you know the deep speech. Impressive for an overworlder.
I like to be well informed.
So
What are you?
I am me. I am a creation in the image of the One.
Lolth?
You've heard of her.
I have.
She gave me this form. In
Willingly?
I guess it really depends on what your definition of willingly is. This is all an undercommon, by the way.
Yeah.
Depends on what your definition of willingly is concerned. You get outcasted, but I wear this body with pride, in honor and in homage to my queen.
Asher's gonna lean over to Thalia, not knowing what she's saying, but just saying again, "Be nice. He's been a really good friend. He's been friendly so far, and wants to work together."
I nod to Asher, and then I'm gonna ask, are you actively against overworlders? Are you a threat to the dwarves above us?
They attack us prejudiciously. They don't even listen to my speech. They don't even listen to me talk. I kill them, but only for self-preservation. They attack me. They don't even think about it. They just shoot, and they bang, and they scream, and they throw.
So just for context here, Frog, I'm trying to be diplomatic about this
I'm seeing what
because
you're
I
doing.
do want to. So yeah, I'm gonna say, if you can help us, I will try to negotiate better relations between you and the dwarves.
Roll a persuasion
Are there
check.
more of you?
Roll a
okay.
persuasion. Okay.
Yeah.
1 second, me. Okay.
There we go.
All right. What were you gonna say?
Are there more of you?
Loth has many children. She is all powerful. Does not like to be alone. But we worship him better than they do. They don't know what true worship is till you walked in her shoes. Metaphorically speaking.
To be walked in her way.
I nod, and I'm just gonna kind of remain watchful, silent, and I don't want to say like I want to just be constantly insight checking it, but I just want to be kind of careful and wary, like Asher is already being.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm gonna talk to Kevin in Elvish. Kevin, so this is Thalia. You know Thalia. This is Myth. And I gesture towards Myth, the Dragonborn. I've got two other friends. I'm going to go check on them, and then we can all talk. One of them also speaks Elvish, so he'll be able to talk to you as well.
Ooh, it's been so long since I've talked so long. This is intriguing.
You seem like a good guy, Kevin. I'm not going to lie, a little scary looking, just because I haven't ever seen anything like you before. But I think I can respect you.
Yes, I agree. You are scary to me as well. Something that maintains balance with only 2 legs. Very odd.
It's a bitch sometimes when you're going over like when we're trying to track a deer through the forest. Lots of logs and stuff in the way. And
Yes.
Character, I fucking hate it. I hate it so much.
Mind you,
Josh.
he's still on the wall, and he's like sideways. He's still kind of 25 feet high and like off of the wall to the side.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to Kane and wake him up and tell him what's going on and say, "Hey, sorry, you speak Elvish, so we can both talk to it." Thalia speaks Undercommon; it can speak to it. So,
While Asher, while you wake everybody up, I will keep an eye on Kevin and try to keep him. I guess I'll try to keep him occupied, so maybe he'll try to stay.
Kane holds up a
localized.
finger while Asher's talking. and drink this darkness potion.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
so far Kevin has followed me like a lost puppy, so I don't know if he's gonna keep following me or what. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna wake up Reen and let him know what's going on too.
What? All right. Let me see if this apply. This might apply. I'm not
So-
sure what this is.
Honestly, he's been pretty nice so far. I kind of feel like we can trust him, or at least coexist with him. But I know we all need to finish sleeping. He seems to kind of like me and Thalia. Hey, Kevin, what are you doing, buddy?
As you say that, you hear, because I don't think you see him at this point, but you hear crunching as if he's chewing on something.
Is he eating one of the dead drow?
No. You
All,
can't
all
see
the
him.
drow have been thrown over the
Do I see
cliff
him?
face.
You're beyond your range and dark vision as well.
Is everybody up now?
Oh, yeah.
I think Bait's the only one that isn't up.
Or no, I went and woke Reen up. I don't know
Yeah,
if he
I'm
actually
up.
got
Wait,
up.
what? Why are we
Okay.
getting up so early? What's going on?
And I relay to you everything that I've already told everybody else about the half spider, half drow that's kind of friendly but kind of creepy at the same time. And he speaks Elvish, so if you speak Elvish, you can talk to him. Or Undercommon.
Well, I speak
Well,
Elvish,
we
but
can only see red eyes when we look at him.
Yeah. Yeah, you only see red eyes. He can cast a light spell, like where there's these dancing globules of light, but he only does that sometimes.
Oh, yes! Yes!
What'd you find?
And you
I'm gonna-
hear him kind of come up to you guys, and he's holding like this, for lack of a better term, it's like a natural cocooned sack, and it kind of pulsates a little bit, and he holds it in front,
Oh god.
like offering it to you.
I'll walk over to it. What is it, buddy?
It's food. Look. And he takes his blade off his hilt and he slices the bag open, which is kind of like a cocoon, kind of silkworm cocoon, and out pours just a bunch of beetles that start to just walk and crawl everywhere. Some of them, if you're within like a 5-10 feet radius, they kind of crawl on your feet and stuff. He says, "Yes, eat." And he's grabbing a few and he's popping them in his mouth and he crunches them.
Asher's had to survive off of bugs before, so he's gonna, pop one in the
And-
mouth.
You know,
See how it
Thalia is
feels.
a survivalist, but she's not ready to dip that low quite yet.
Asher he'll try it. He'll eat the
gonna-
bugs. He's done it before.
So
at
you
least
pop
search
these
for bugs.
beetles. These beetles are literally they have a very bulbous bottom half. If you were to squeeze them, goo comes out of them like toothpaste out of their tail end. So as you bite into it, and it's even got the consistency of like toothpaste. So as you feel it just squish through your tongue and gums like toothpaste.
Fuck you, Krog.
But it's a very earthy flavor. And it has what's interesting is it has like a tart, like a little soury tart kind of bite to it.
Okay.
And it crunches kind of like a harder, think caramel corn, like Cracker Jacks.
Kane will take.
Asher's into it, so he's eating some.
Kane will.
Yes,
Okay.
eat. Gain.
Kane starts eating and says,
Fatten up.
You know, once you get past the legs, it isn't so bad.
It's got a weird texture, but the taste isn't bad.
I don't understand him. I can't say anything. Never mind.
Kevin, what do you mean by fatten up? And I want to
did he say
insight
that?
check his response.
Did he say that in Elvish or in Undercommon?
I'll say that in Undercommon.
Wait, did he say fatten up? I didn't catch that.
What
We
it-
can't-
yeah.
we didn't understand him, so.
I understand him, and I want to insight check his response. What do you mean by fatten up, Kevin? And I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show a little. I'm gonna put my hand on my sword and just say, like, not. It's a threat, but I'm not gonna actually do it. I'm just gonna say, mind what. Like, I'm putting my hand on my sword. Like, mind what you say.
So you put your hand on the sword. Oh boy, 1 second.
Whoa, no.
I'm sorry, but I don't like this at all.
Did you have to put your hand on the sword, though?
Everything.
Hey, he understands self-defense. So do I. We have a
Everything-
mutual understanding here.
everything around. Well, I'll just do it this way. We'll do it the right way. 1 second.
Fuck.
God damn it.
Everything goes black, and you hear.
What the fuck?
And then after about 30 seconds. Whoops! I didn't mean to do. The darkness goes away, and Kevin is nowhere to be seen.
And I assume we saw Thalia putting her hand on her sword, and then boom, darkness.
That's as far as the process of events. Yes, that's what happened.
What the fuck, Thalia?
I was being cautious.
Why? He was being nice.
Did
Was
he
he?
take the beetles with him?
He helped it. All right. He said he wanted to work with us. He didn't like the drow. He was excited to meet people. He wasn't hostile, and he helped us find.
I wasn't
food.
hostile either. I was just making sure he knew that I was ready to fight him if he wanted to go that route.
You put your hand on your sword. What did
I
he
don't-
say that made you put your hand on your sword?
He
I don't
said
speak
fatten up.
common.
He said fatten up.
Okay. A lot are. I'm kind of.
He might want to. I thought he might want to eat us, and he wanted us to be.
Or he could have wanted us to bulk up for fighting more drow.
He could have.
You could have asked him without putting
But
your hand on your sword. Aren't you supposed to be a diplomat?
I'm not stupid.
I-
My
Yes,
first
but-
priority is protecting the surface.
Yeah, but he could have also been a guide for us down here.
He could have, and if he comes back, I will apologize.
He's
Because
probably
clearly he could have attacked us, and he has the clear advantage. But I
Yeah,
chose to do this the
you
safe way.
chose to piss off our possible guide. Yeah, he may have said something.
He knows
weird.
what I said.
Grognar has
He-
said weird shit, and we haven't ran him off.
Oh, he's
Bitch
this
into a
fucking close, so
walked into a Hagden willingly, and we haven't killed him. But
I didn't
one
will that.
weird-
Hey! They serve
Shut-
some damn good food.
Shut the fuck up, Myth. But I love how we're having this argument. Oh, that's great.
We need to get the rest of our sleep.
We need to finish.
We
sleeping.
can't. I do apologize that I possibly messed up this relationship, but I'm being cautious. We need to
Yeah.
try to get back to sleep.
I mean, okay, fair.
At this point in time, Mist's just going to kind of wander off,
Uh,
finally kind of feeling out for a stalactite to go sleep against.
yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Sorry,
plenty to choose from. Plenty to choose from as you kind of hunker back down and get ready to rest it up. Which, after a slight tremor, you all
Oh, yeah,
drift off to sleep.
he
Well,
had
whoever's on
tremors work, too.
who's on third watch.
Grog.
I'm
sorry,
gonna
who?
turn off my light too.
Grogdon? Okay. And honestly, because I only rolled that, so Watch 3 goes off without a hitch. Once again, the occasional tremor passes through, but nothing nuts. All right, you guys wake up with the benefits of a long rest.
Fuck you. I
Love
want
you, bud.
to write. I want to write a note. Do I have any fucking paper?
Nope. I
You need
bet,
paper?
I want to try to write in Undercommon like a note that Kevin will see if he comes back trying to find us or something.
Sure. What do you want it to say?
I just want to say I apologize if I frightened you. But you'll understand that I am very wary of strangers. I don't mean you any harm unless you mean us harm. And I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Awesome.
I don't know if I like scrawl that on like the side of a stalactite or whatever. but
Do you
I don't
openly
have any.
announce you
I
need
don't have any
paper?
paper.
Do you openly announce you need paper?
I openly announce that I need paper.
Grognar will walk over to you and hand you one of his scrolls. Be like, "Here you go, pretty lady. Do you need a quill and ink?"
You can't see me grimace, but I'm grimacing under my helmet. And I grab it away from you and I start writing it out. And I will.
I'll take that as a no.
I guess I will leave it on the. I can't. Is there like a crack or something in a stalactite I can kind of shove it into so that
reasonably, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
And that's what I'll do.
Okay. You do so, and you kind of leave this parchment kind of rolled up and sticking out of a crack enough where it could be seen by a passerby or a potential passerby. Absolutely. Okay. So as you guys all kind of ship up or stand up, get ready to go, and get ready to ship out, what's the plan? Do you see tracks on the roof? No.
Okay, damn. And I'd
Yeah.
see some tracks or
Yeah, these
webbing or
guys don't. I
something.
mean, it's all like solid stone. That's not ground, So it doesn't. There's not much
Okay.
for tracks. You do see webbing here and there scattered about, but some of it looks old, some of it looks fresh.
Okay.
Okay, so what does the prince actually want us to do? I mean, how many drow are we gonna have to kill before we head back?
I have no idea.
Genocide.
With it, yeah, he wanted us to clear it out and figure out why they were attacking or something like that.
Well, we get
It's been 2 weeks since we got to play.
we don't need to figure out why they're attacking.
He wanted the attacks to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, couldn't we just
I-
achieve that by collapsing an entry to this cave?
I think they still wanted access to their mine.
Well, I don't think, judging by our location, I don't think we're in their mine anymore. Is that correct? Or will we be reasonably considered outside of their mine?
I cannot give you that information.
Okay.
We could
So
go ahead, Myth.
okay. I'm trying to think because paying attention earlier in descriptions. I don't know if I can or can't say it, something dealing with referring to the mine part.
I mean, if you're gonna speak in the context of your player, you're more than welcome to open up that dialogue, as long as we keep it in the context of the player. If you feel as if you're treading into the world of metagaming, then maybe the safer bet would be keep it to yourself kind of situation. So I'll leave that up to you.
I'll stay quiet then.
Okay. All right, team. I want to hear Reen's voice. I haven't heard him in a hot minute. Everyone seems to be in discussion as far as it appears either moving further in or finding a different way to achieve your goals. What is Reen's head's thinking all about right now?
Well, we killed some here. Maybe we go a little bit further. We'll find some more, and we can kill them too, and then we can finish this damn quest and get out of here.
I mean, Kane's willing to continue, but if we're just going to be killing small encampments, I mean, we'll be at this forever.
Yeah. We could backtrack and go down the other tunnel way and see where that leads, but we do know that they did say their encampment was down this way. The drow we killed might have been the encampment they were talking about.
Let's try a little bit further and see what we can find.
We should have asked for a map.
Map would have been great.
So I'm gonna let everybody know that with my lay on hands, I can cure poison or disease 5 times. Or no, sorry, 3 times. So,
Well,
but that means I won't have any for healing. But I wanted
Yeah.
to ask Frog if... So, here, I'll link it in the chat. It says that I can expend 5 hit points from my healing pool to cure a disease. Does
Mhm.
that also replenish health?
No.
Or
that's
does it just cure the disease?
just cure the disease?
Gotcha. Okay. But I just wanted to say that's an option if we get poisoned again. And I will try to keep all 3 of that for just healing. And if I need to, I'll get somebody back up from unconsciousness.
Yeah, because I have spell slots back now.
Yeah, me
I can
too.
heal
But
now.
yeah, I just want to let everybody know where I'm at.
Myth, I pinged you, by the way.
Yep, I see.
All right. So what's the plan, guys? I know we have a lot of options here, and clearly you know what the current quest you're on is as far as the details of it. So, yeah, what's the global majority here? What's happening?
I would say we figured out the reason that the Dark Elves are attacking them. The question is, do we go back and ask if we can give them back the rod, and then give the prince and what else is here? Is it just the prince that's here?
The prince is the only person we met.
Okay, yeah, and tell the prince like, hey, they want the staff. After the siege is done, you can then take it back. You
I-
beat them once before.
I don't think that's gonna work.
I mean, and then we can then get a map.
I say we continue on. I don't. If the prince was willing to get back the staff, I think he would have done it already.
Yeah. Plus, we're not 100% sure that's what they want. We just happened to see a sketching of it on a half-burnt sketching of it. So
I thought they said that during our first encounter, the commander, I think, said something about it too. I don't remember. It's been a
I
while.
know he prayed to Lolth, but I don't know if he said anything about it.
Well, I thought that's when
didn't
we
say anything
first
about the
figured
staff.
out what their motivation was for attacking.
We found
Asher
the
found a
half-burnt
paper.
piece of paper on them that had the drawing of the staff on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when we did the short rest, we got the information about the staff from the gate guard.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
So we can assume that's the reason they're attacking, and it's a pretty damn good assumption. However, we don't know for sure if they're just trying to get the staff back or if they're just being dicks. Because there's a good chance they're just being dicks.
Who knows?
I think we should continue on.
Yeah.
All right.
That way
so
I can at least have a chance to apologize to Kevin.
it sounds like most people are looking to press on. So as you collect your thoughts and your gear, you begin to step foot down the corridor, which leaves us to erasing this. You get to that pillar where you met Kevin. A slight chill goes up your spine as you remember that first encounter. And you continue to make your way. You feel as if you've been walking down this corridor for about 20 to 25 minutes as it zigs and it zags and it twists a little bit and turns. It narrows and then expands, and then the ceiling at points get taller and then shorter. And, you know, it's kind of a variety of different shapes. It does not seem to be hewn stone at all. It seems to be all natural formations at this point. The deeper you get in, it gets a little chillier. Not much, about another 5 degrees as you feel as if you're descending a little bit as well. At some point, the cave narrows again to about 10 foot across, and then there seems to be a cut in the cave, one that kind of goes slanty left and one that goes slanty right.
The whole time we've been walking, Asher's been keeping an eye out, trying to see if he can see any signs of his buddy Kevin.
Sure. What's your perception looking like?
My passive perception is 17. Or do you want me to roll an actual
No,
perception check?
passive perception will work here. That's fine. All right, you continue to keep an eye open.
Which tunnel do we want to take, guys?
Grognar says right.
Always go left.
Can I check around the tunnels to see if there's any type of tracks from like the drow or anything?
I mean, most of this tunnel is solid rock at this point. Even the earth on the ground seems to be more natural crag formation. So there's not much in the realm of footprints are concerned. But what you do see, kind of like you know how when people touch something over the course of time, you'll see the oil and residue that might stick to rocks and stuff like that over time.
Yeah.
It looks like there has been traffic through here, but in its current state, and you know your unfamiliarity with the Underdark directly, you can't really give it a time. But it does look like this has traffic.
Which side?
It's kind of all over. Yeah, it's kind of all over. It seems to be generally like elbow to elbow height for the most part. Even though the ceiling does go up to about 10 to 15 feet in this particular location. But you know, just normal traffic.
Okay. And there's
Okay,
nothing-
guys, out of character, I have a brilliant idea.
Mm-hmm.
Split the party.
Ha ha.
Okay, we're waiting.
Ragnar and Myth go one way, the rest of us go the other.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great
I
idea.
mean,
No,
that doesn't sound like
No.
a terrible plan.
I think it
I
is.
don't
a
know
terrible
which way
plan.
they went exactly. It
out
makes
of
sense.
character, it's a great idea, but in character, it's fucking stupid.
Dude,
No, it's out of character. It's a bad idea too. I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
yeah, that's D&D
Never
number one.
split the party.
Yeah, never split
Okay,
the party.
Never.
Realistically,
okay,
out of character, it's a bad idea. In character, though, even in reality, splitting a group trying to survey an area is actually a very good and brilliant idea, especially when you're trying to
No,
do
because
reconnaissance.
You're
we
welcome to
already
give it a
know that this world is not forgiving, and we often every single encounter we've had,
Hey,
as far as
that
combat
is
goes, we are
that
always
is-
outnumbered.
That is
And
metagaming, but
that is metagaming.
No, that's me being a strategist and saying, oh,
But-
every single time we fucking fight something, we're outnumbered and we're better as a group.
Myth is right that and when scouting, you would send out multiple scouting parties to reconnaissance an area.
But
Asher
we
was
only
a
have
scout.
one person who's extremely good at stealth and would be good at scouting, which is you,
Okay.
Asher.
Just saying, what Myth said is accurate. Like that is what you would do if you had a whole bunch of scouts. We have one scout and a
you guys are
bunch of
welcome to
archers.
do any strategy you wish, and that's perfectly fine. But what I can say is, you guys, you know, as you look down either path, it does look as if both paths do lead to somewhere. You know, meaning there's enough distance that you can't even see beyond the darkness. You know, that there seems to be, you know, you can go down that way, you can go down that way, and it seems to both lead somewhere. It's not like you wrap around the corner and it's a little dead end. It's a full on which way you're gonna walk basically kind of scenario.
I say we go one way until we find something that leads us to commit, i.e., like sources of light or separate caves or encampments, anything like that, and then we go back, try the other way, and see what that has, and then we make our decision once we're more educated.
Yeah,
But we
Agree
do
with
not
Ollie.
split the party.
That's where I was going to offer one suggestion because I am built for exploring down here. And Thalia, you made a good point. I am a scout. I am good at this stuff. I could go down the right tunnel several hundred feet because with these new boots that I found, I don't make noise. Things with dark vision can't see me. And I can see them. I can scout down this tunnel, say 500 feet, and then come back up, tell y'all what I see, go down the other tunnel for 500 feet, tell y'all what I see, and then we can make our choice from there.
I like that plan a lot better because you are extremely safe by yourself as long as you don't engage or don't
I
get
won't
engaged.
engage. I won't get engaged. And if I see anything that looks like I might have to fight something, I will hightail it back and come back to the party.
Okay,
I like that plan.
let's do
okay.
that.
All right,
How
which way you
far-
going for?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask them. Like, how long do y'all want me to be gone for? Like an hour, 2 hours, or what?
An
Whatever. I don't like an
Because I
hour.
mean, it
Hour
could be
takes too long.
days. It could be days before we find something different. That's why I'm saying I can do a quick recon down both of them. So
Let's do an hour down one first
come
and
back.
see what happens.
So I'll be gone for a total of 2 hours. Come back, tell y'all what I saw, and then go down the other one for a total of 2 hours. An hour
Yeah.
down there and an hour back. Tell y'all what I saw. All right, we can do that. So I will start going down the second one as stealthy as possible.
The second one is what, left or right? I'm sorry.
The right one.
The
Sorry,
right.
the right hand side.
Sure. You make your way down towards the right-hand tunnel, and once again, just to make sure I'm understanding what the plan is, you're basically scouting ahead for X amount of minutes or half hour, or whatever.
I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down that tunnel for an hour, turn around, and come back.
Okay.
And tell the party what I saw.
Absolutely. So
Now, if I see some lights or something in the distance, then I might extend the search out a little bit further.
sure, absolutely. So you're in
roughly an
pitch
hour.
black, which is kind of your element. So
Mhm.
you make your way down, and you're being extremely cautious. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a stealth, just because we want to represent how cautious you're being.
Is that a good advantage? 22.
As you kind of, not heel toe, you kind of toe heel, and you just kind of occasionally you'll hit a small little patch of pebble or whatnot, and you hear a slight. Well, you wouldn't hear a slight crunch, but it would move. Even though it doesn't make any sound, because you're not necessarily floating on top of it, but it kind of just moves it to the side. The walls get a little bit more moist here, as it seems to be a little bit more humid, and whatnot. The walls get a little bit narrower, which seems to be a common sight, right? Like it goes narrow, it can go wide, and whatnot. And I'll even illustrate here once.
Question: does the smell at all change?
No, very much cavernous, kind of dank smell.
Okay.
Dang.
So, and once again, I'm just drawing something real quick here. 1 second. So let's just say, fuck it. Move your token to over here. Where the X. So you get to a portion where it begins to get kind of narrower. The ceiling also drops down. As you look at the walls, it definitely looks like that this is made from maybe even centuries of just natural underground waterways, as it just looks to be really smooth stone, and kind of looks like a melted candle, but in stone, as the calcium builds up. If you had a torch here, it would be a beautiful array of colors down here. Unfortunately, you're black and white at the moment, but that's what you would have seen in color. You continue to make your way forward. And then the one thing that does seem to change here is and I'll even circle it once again just for reference. So like when you get to roughly about like this area here, you can see like these, I don't want to call them tendrils because that's not the right thing I want to say, but like it kind of looks like, when you peel up a bush and it looks like roots at the bottom, when what the roots look.
Yeah.
It kind of has that kind of feel to it. Like it looks like there's like roots, and it's really, really narrow.
I'm gonna stop before I go. I'm not going into that.
Sure.
And I'm gonna stop and examine them. Do they look like? I'm not gonna. I want to examine them, but I'm not gonna touch them with anything. We haven't seen any type of plant life that would have roots like that down here before.
Not as
Correct.
of yet. Give me a perception check, please. With a 16 perception, so you come here. I'm even gonna move you just because I can. 1 second. I'm gonna say you're right around here. You already clarified that you're not touching them. You're just kind of looking at. So at this location, as you look deeper down the way, what you can
Yeah.
see speckled around is a variety of little blue, kind of little blue lights that kind of, and when I say lights, I'm not talking like the bright light. I'm talking like, imagine if a firefly wasn't blinking, it was like a static light, but it was blue in color.
Okay. I'm gonna try and count how many I see.
A ton. I mean,
Okay.
it almost looks like a miniature solar system, I guess, would be the best metaphor I
Okay.
can come up with.
So kind of like stars in the night sky. Too many to count. Got
Too
it.
many to count, yeah, but they're really small, like literally fireflies as they kind of just speckle around the walls and the floor and the ceiling.
Yeah. Definitely seems odd. So, the roots don't seem like they're moving or anything, though, right?
With your 16 perception, they seem to remain static. And honestly, the roots look like. I mean, you see black and white, so there's no real color here. But I mean, they just seem to be static.
Okay. Not really feeling comfortable with all that. Thinking that I should report that to the party. How long have I been like
30,
roughly
40
going
minutes.
down? Okay, I'm gonna cut this tunnel short, and I'm gonna go back to the party and relay what I saw to him.
Absolutely. 30, 40 minutes back, you make your way back to the crew, who seems to be, while he was gone, guys, what are you working on? You have basically an hour and 15 minutes to burn.
I want to pray, or just kind of like ask my god for wisdom in as far as like the Driders and the Underdark go.
Absolutely.
I will cast Hex into my spell storing ring and then take a short rest since we're going to be waiting for time.
Fantastic. What about you,
Um,
Kane?
Kane's just gonna keep watch since Asher making sure that nothing tries to jump us from either direction.
Okay. Fate. Or Reem, excuse me.
Reen went in the corner and just took a dump. Came back.
All right.
That's
I'm
about
glad-
a full hour right there.
This low airflow area does seem to retain, especially with the moisture we talked about earlier, definitely seems to retain a small degree of essence de Reen. And then Myth, what are you doing while you wait?
Myth just kind of sets against the wall because not having dark vision can't really do anything, and just kind of starts to nod off slowly.
Sure. And this is with the torch up, right?
I don't have a torch.
Okay.
I had one and it burnt out.
Okay, so this is in pitch black for you?
Unless someone's got either a light cantrip going or another torch, it's like I think me and Rain and Thalia are blind currently.
No, I have. I didn't say I did, so I don't have my light on.
You can put it on, though. I mean, you have an hour and a half to burn. You're more than welcome to be like, fuck it, light. If you
Yeah.
wish.
Do we need white? Do we need the light? If we need it, I'll put it on. If we don't, then I'll just remain in darkness.
Yeah.
You want to stare at my dump for the next 20 minutes while we wait, or no?
Kane's
No.
gonna light a torch if nobody if you don't do the light, so
All right.
Okay, I don't care. I'll put a light on like the wall or something.
Sure.
Just so that
There's
we're
a
not
little
wasting
rock.
resources
Sure,
unnecessarily.
there's a rock, and you turn into a mini floodlight, and you see Reen's pants at his ankles, basically, and everyone else kind of doing their thing. All right. Oh, go ahead, Myth. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was like, yeah, and that's it.
All right. You make your way back, Asher. After about being gone for about a buck 15. You come on back.
And I'll relay to the party what all I saw about the tunnel, how it seemed like it was going kind of down and looked like it had been eroded away. And then I came across these weird looking roots, and these weird blue lights. There was too many to count. Looked kind of like static fireflies, but were just but were blue and weren't moving. It was weird. I didn't want to walk through the vines without the party there in case something weird happened.
Did it sound
Uh,
like what Kevin was referring to as far as like the poison? Or was I asleep for that? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, that's a good question because I did talk to Kevin about the poison.
I
It
don't know if
wasn't,
I was conscious for that, so I don't
well,
know if I should have said that.
but Asher would have been like keeping an eye out for that because he wants to get his hands on some of that poison
Well,
too.
Kevin didn't necessarily say exactly what the root looked like or anything like that. But I mean, if you want to have Asher be like, "Oh, hey, it's the first root I've seen," then I mean, I'm on board for that kind of logic.
Okay.
But what I was saying is he did say it grows near obsidian. I don't know if I would have noticed if any of the rocks were obsidian with dark vision or not.
No, you wouldn't have
Okay.
inherently,
Okay.
but also I'm not entirely sure if Asher knows specifically what deep rock obsidian would be down here either. I don't know if you have like
That's also fair. I don't know if he would either or not. He might have heard of it. He might have heard it or seen like a trader with it.
I can tell you
yeah.
that the overworld, as far as Tal Rune is concerned, obsidian in the overworld is a fairly rarer rock.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah. Told him about the roots and the weird lights. And yeah, then I would mention that Kevin did say something about the poison that they harvest grows in a root. Not sure, that might have been it. I didn't want to walk through it by myself.
It's a wise choice.
Yeah. But yeah, that was about 30, 40 minutes down the tunnel. I ran into that. Now I'm going to go down the other tunnel.
Okay.
Just so you know, the light, I can see y'all from like miles away.
Well-
And,
We kind of don't have a choice.
yeah,
They
but
wanted. I figured it was better to use my free light as opposed to wasting torches.
I'm just saying y'all might not want to have any light at all because you make yourself a beacon in the dark.
That's, yeah.
But
I'm
yeah.
aware.
So
I'd rather
They were
see-
gonna burn a torch. I figured I might as well use a light
you
instead.
can see in the dark anyways. You might not want to. I'm just saying it may. If I wanted to, I could have ambushed the shit out of y'all.
I'll
just
I'll
kind of-
extinguish the light and
And I'm
point taken.
I'm gonna go down the other tunnel.
Absolutely.
not.
So
Rob-
here's what we're gonna do because if everything is written out and where either or tunnel is gonna lead here, we have 2 minutes left of our session. So I'm just gonna curtain call it here then, as I feel that the next chapter we're going into, we're gonna probably need a full session for. And I would hate to start something and then cut you guys off in some sort of heightened state. Although I like to do that from time to time, I don't think it'll be appropriate for what further in
Where
these
we-
caves you may or may not find. So
Where
yeah,
we did the-
so let's curtain call that shit here. Good sesh. You know, a lot of RP. I'm really feeling that. So let me kill the stream real quick, and then we can have our closing